Okie dokie, I believe we are all the way live. Hello and welcome to my graveyard. I am your host of the evening, the Cemetery Man from Salem, Mass. Always taking names and kicking candy ass, live and in living color here with you on Grande's Graveyard. Welcome back to I think that might have been the third annual Halloween Spooky Spooktacular Halloween special right here on Grande's Graveyard. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here live in a living color, and we are ready to celebrate my favorite goddamn holiday in the world. I know we're a little bit early. I know that it's almost exactly, I think it's next Tuesday is Halloween, but we're celebrating tonight because tonight's this Thursday, and we'll do a horror burnout episode next Thursday, so I'm excited for that as well. But tonight, it's all about you guys. It's all about celebrating one spooky season, and I've got a ton of stuff planned. Of course, we also will be doing, as always with this, we have some scary stories to tell in the dark, and I've got the box set here tonight, so this is really, really fun. We've got part 3, more tales to chill your bone. We've got part 2, more scary stories to tell in the dark, and the original scary stories to tell in the dark. I usually read ones from the original book, but I figured this year, you know what? We're in the 3rd annual. Why not we bust the 2nd book open? I think that'll be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to reading scary stories to tell in the dark. That's usually how we end these shows. Of course, you can't have a Halloween Spooky Spooktacular special without some candy. We've got a first-timer here. Twix Cookie Dough is what we'll be trying tonight here on Grande's Graveyard. We also, and forgive me, I already kind of dug into these. A little bit of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I gave a couple to Mama Grande as well. Let's see. Yeah, sorry about that. I just got a message on my phone, but let's take a look and see what's going on in the comments. We have Miss C here. Ciao Grande. Hello, friends. Are you ready for a spooky good time in the graveyard? That just happens to be down a little way down by the bay. Oh my God, Miss C is in the house. Miss C actually wrote us a nice review. We are currently on IMDb. Yes, Down by the Bay is on IMDb now, which is super fun. And if you want to, have a, account, or you have an account and want to give us a review, please do. It'd be really cool. James Abernathy's in the house. What's up, good brother James? Hope all is well with you. Mateo is here. Ciao Grande. Happy Halloween, everyone. Ready to chill like a villain. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. That's what we're doing. Hey, James. People saying hi to one another. We got Aiden Vavra in the house. Welcome, Mr. Vavra. Hola, Senor Grande. Texas THC 1965 is here. Welcome, my friend. Hope all is well with you. We've got people saying hi to one another. We got Brian White and the family here. What's going on, White family? Hope all is well with you guys. We've got a bunch of fun stuff planned. Like I said, we've got candies with scary stories to tell in the dark. Of course, we have my partner in crime, Pamela the Pumpkin. Yes, I love alliteration if you couldn't tell. And what we have tonight, we got 2 more fun things. We've got not just Halloween tier maker list, which I'll keep the genre of the list a secret until we get there, because we're going to do this first. We'll be doing horror movie trivia. Yes, 25 horror movie questions, and they're hard. Oh, yeah, they are very hard. So I'm very excited about that. We got Nick Reap in the house, and me and him were just in Bayville Screen Park the other night. Halloween ain't complete without a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. You know what, Mr. Reap? I'm going to take you up on that, my friend. So to everybody here, I don't know if you got candy back at home, but I hope you do, because I'm going to pop open the last Reese's Peanut Butter Cup in this son of a bitch. Everybody, cheers. Cheers to a happy, safe Halloween. Only the good stuff on Grande's Graveyard. If you guys are eating candy, let me know what you're eating while I chew. Sean Blue Digital is here. Hey, good evening, Graveyard crew. Welcome, Sean. You ready for some trivia? Sorry, see, I should have put something to drink, so I could have got that down faster. But I'm very excited for having everybody in the house. You see, I've got 25 horror movie trivia questions, and I'm very excited to get to them. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I know that Miss C was asking, she was saying, hey, are you giving out a prize for this? I wasn't planning on it, to be honest, because I'm kind of broke right now. But with that being said, I am planning on reprinting the Grande's Graveyard t-shirts, which I'm wearing right here. And if you didn't get in on the original print, I figured that could be the prize. So if you didn't get in on the original print, the trivia game, if you win the trivia game, you get an original Grande's Graveyard t-shirt when I reprint them in December. And if you're pissed off, I already have one, you son of a bitch. I paid full price for them. Okay, I understand that. If you've done that, if you paid full price for that, I'll also be doing a new design. Now, I don't know how many of these new designs I'll be doing. So if you win the trivia and you already have one, want a new one, I'll give you one of the new designs for free. So everybody's got something to play for here. I figured we'd do that here. So let's see. We got a couple more Slasher Freds in the house. I sure am. Hell yeah, man. Let's see. People saying hi to one another. I'm buying a shirt in December. Well, you could win it right here tonight, Sean. If you win horror trivia, the shirt comes free 99. No shipping and handling. It will be free. So I guess that gives you guys a little bit of incentive to kick ass and take names. Please don't cheat. Nobody cheat, please. I don't want you all to cheat. Granted, I know that's probably the easiest thing in the world to do, but I hope people don't fucking cheat. But like I said, if you win and you already have one, you get the new design. If you win and do not have the original design, I guess I'll give you a pick. You can have either the new or the old design, whatever you guys want to pick. So Mayanne is in the house. LMAO. Mayanne, welcome, my friend. Hope all is well with you. We got Mernsy here. Boo. Mernsy's movie match. And LOL still buying a shirt in December, even if we win tonight. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Better say only on the new shirt. I'm thinking about that. I got my friend Brandon Matassa. His girlfriend is like a t-shirt. Well, I don't know if it's a t-shirt design, but she's a graphic designer. And I was like, you know what? It would be so great if I had her design the shirt. So I think I'm going to have her do the new design, and I'll work with her on it. So I'll definitely try to get it to say only. That would be a lot of fun. We got Texas saying, hey, Mernsy. We got JP in the house. JP's got one of the OG shirts. So JP wants to win that new fucking shirt. Let's see. The Undead of Night. Good brother Tom is here. Welcome, my friend Tom. Hope all is with you. I didn't scare y'all. What's up, Grande? What's up, fam? Hey, Texas. Hey, everybody. All right, man. We seem like we got a bunch of ghouly ganders here. Let's get underway with the goddamn horror trivia. We've got 25 questions and absolutely no regrets. So I'm going to try to keep count in my head. If somebody wants to double check my scoring at the end, we can do that. We'll have live footage playback. So I'm very excited. So everybody cheers to a happy Halloween. And we're getting underway with this horror trivia. Then we'll do tier list. Then we'll do maybe some candy eating, and then we'll probably end it off with some scary stories to tell in the dark. So I'm very excited tonight. Hope all is well, and we're going to get right underway with this son of a bitch. Question number 1. We're going to start with a open question, and then we're going to do some multiple guess, multiple choice. So, everyone's going to have a shot at these. But number 1, I think this is an easy one to start, and then they get a little bit harder as this goes on. But I wish everybody the best of luck here tonight as we jump in to question number 1. Question number 1. Who directed the Amityville Horror 1979? Who directed it? I'll give you a hint. This man also directed a cult classic known by Cool Hand Luke. Cool Hand Luke, the guy who directed Cool Hand Luke, actually also directed the original Amityville Horrors. Anybody know it? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody? I know, not. It's funny. It sounds like an easy first question on paper, but it may just be a hard first question. I don't know. I don't see anybody mention it yet. I guess we'll do whoever's the first will get the full point, because obviously people can fucking copy. So try to be as quick as possible. Cal L. Daly is here. Hello, Grande. Welcome, Cal L. Hope all is well with you from Saving the World. Hey, everyone. I should know it, but I don't. No worries. You got 24 more of these to get a crack at, so no worries, my friend. Cal. Gotta love Cal L. Cal, I always say I'm like the fucking out of shape Clark Kent. Like I always feel like I'm that way with my glasses and shit. Like I'm like the Clark Kent that fucking likes cheeseburgers. I don't know, man. People say no guesses here. No guesses for the first question. Nobody. It's not Shawnee B. Although I know who you're talking to. Talking to Sean Blue. I'll reread the question one more time. Let's see if anybody can get it. Who directed the Amityville Horror? And the hint is he also directed Cool Hand Luke. Yeah, that's me. I'm like the out of shape Clark Kent. I don't know. I think that's a fine, like, with Lois Lane. Where are you? I'm the out of shape Lois Lane is my girlfriend. Wes Craven, I have no clue. There's no guesses other than we had one guess. Wes Craven was the only guess. Nobody else has a guess. I guess we give it another 30, 40 seconds. I don't know. And then we'll just move on. I don't know if nobody has a fucking guess. The cleavage on the camp chick behind you. Sheesh. Dude, hey, man. You gotta love that's Pamela Springsteen. It's not really, but I mean, in our hearts, it's Pamela Springsteen. All right, I'll give you another 30 seconds, and then we're gonna move on from this question. Nobody got it. Nobody fucking even only one guess. Miss C right now is the only guesser. Anybody? John Carpenter? No, I have no clue. All right, 15 seconds we'll give you. Rosenberg, Mateo. Mateo is on the board all the way from Canada, eh? Yes. Stuart Rosenberg was the director of the Amityville Horror. He got it with 5 seconds to spare. Mateo is up 1, nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Mateo goes on the board first. He's rocking. He's rolling. Next question is going to be multiple choice. So everyone, even if you don't know, you could take a wild guess at A, B, C, or D. So I'll give you that. So this is another hard one. These are hard. These are made by yours truly. So these ain't going to be no layups, no cookies. Here we go. Question number 2. Which one of these was not one of the 8 films to die for? A, Frontiers, B, Dark Circles, C, Kill Theory, or D, Reincarnation. I'll read it one more time, slowly but surely. Which one of these was not one of the 8 films to die for? A, Frontiers, B, Dark Circles, C, Kill Theory, D, Reincarnation. Anybody? Any guesses? Let's see. Anthony Chobot is here. Congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. I saw your review of my movie. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. What the best that ever did it, the best YouTuber in the world. All right, yeah. I choose A. Second guess for A. Third guess for C. Fourth guess for D. Terry is here. Hey, Grande, over on Wes's stream, but we're coming here ASAP. Thumbs way up. Happy Halloween. Well, hey, man, we're playing horror trivia, so happy to see you. Tomorrow night, we'll be meeting Curly Girl at the movies and Anthony Fever Dreamland Theater, so should be a lot of fun. Reincarnation is my answer. Okay. Frontiers is Mateo's answer. Miss Carter says A. Yeah, I think Frontiers, so another guess for that. Total guess is B. What's up, buddy? Alpha Romero's here. Welcome, my friend. You ready for some horror trivia? Yeah, Alpha Romero does some very fun George Romero trivias every Tuesday, and more times than not, he stumps me. I am shocked. Like this week, it was like which football player? And I thought it had to be Franco Harris because Franco Harris is a Dawn of the Dead. He was a Pittsburgh Steeler, shot in Pittsburgh. Thought it was a no-brainer, but it happened to be the juices on the loose. It was O.J. Simpson. So. Funny enough, you did stump me. I should have known that, though, because I did know about the Mike Warnick and the documentary, but, it is what it is. So, Terrence, people saying hi. John Steele is here only on the graveyard. Anybody else have any guesses for this? A, B, C, or D? Want me to read it one more time? I can read it one more time. I guess one more time. Which one of these was not one of the 8 films to die for? Frontiers, Dark Circles, Kill Theory, Reincarnation. Any last guesses? And I will let you guys know. A lot of people guessed A. We had one guess for C, D, and B, I believe. I don't think anybody else guessed anything but Pamela Springsteen is a legend on Grande's Graveyard. Hell yeah. And we got Pamela the Pumpkin here, so that proves it. Man guesses C. Any last guesses? I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. James Abernathy, you're on the board, my friend. It was B. It was Dark Circles. James Abernathy goes over because this was a After Dark original, not one of the 8 films to die for. Frontiers was, Kill Theory was, and Reincarnation all were part of the 8 films to die for in any of its 5 incarnations or series. Funny enough, Dark Circles was not. That was when they discontinued 8 films to die for a brief period, like 6 years from 2009 to 2015, respectively. That was a movie that came out like 2014. So it was an After Dark original, not a film to die for. So that is the answer is B. James Abernathy ties up Mr. Matteo Appendino. Never seen any of them. I'll guess D. No worries. No worries. We got plenty of more questions. Evening all, slash the like. Chris C. the Slasher Dude is here. Welcome, my friend, and I hope you're ready for question number 3. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. All right. I think this one's easy, but so far, I think we've stumped some people. Question number 3. Which one of these actors never played Count Dracula? A. Thomas Kretschmann. B. Luke Evans. C. Richard Roxburgh. D. Colin Farrell. Which one of these actors never played Count Dracula? A. Thomas Kretschmann. B. Luke Evans. C. Richard Roxburgh. D. Colin Farrell. Any guesses in the house? Any guesses as to who never played the Count? Anybody? Anybody? I'm also excited to try these I'm excited to try this. Let's see. We got some guesses. James Abernathy says A, which was Thomas Kretschmann. Kal-El says D. Mateo says D. Sean Blue says A. Undead of Night says B. JP says D. For future references, all of the above count. No, there's no trick questions. There's no trick questions. A lot of them aren't multiple choice, so I'm scared when we get into the non-multiple choice. B, we got a D. Colin Farrell is my answer. Farrell played in that god-awful remake of Fright Night. I'll guess C. Okay, so any other guesses before we give the answer here? I'll give you guys a couple seconds. I'll read it one more time. Which one of these actors never played Dracula? A. Thomas Kretschmann, B. Luke Evans, C. Richard Roxburgh, D. Colin Farrell. LOL, it's challenging to cook dinner and play trivia. Yeah, that's the key right there, man. You got to, with the Dracula question, you got to have some garlic. I don't know what you're having for dinner, but you got to throw some garlic in there to keep the vampires away, my friend. Friday Night Remake was cool. Just rewatched it. Okay, so let's see who got it right first. And I believe it was Mr. Kal-El. Kal-El Daly says D, which is the correct answer. It was Colin Farrell. Yes, Colin Farrell was Jerry Dandridge in the Fright Night remake, not Dracula. Of course, the other three did play Dracula, of course, respectively. Thomas Kretschmann in Argento's Dracula, Luke Evans in Dracula Untold, and Richard Boxberg in Van Helsing. Colin Farrell played Jerry Dandridge, which was a vampire, but not technically Count Dracula. So I do see Mateo got it right. I see JP got it right. I believe Aiden got it right. Miss Carter got it right. So you guys got it right, but Kal-El was the first. So Kal-El gets the point. It's a three-way tie, you son of a bitches. I'll change it to C. No, Sean already going with excuses. Oof, Kal-El, nope, disagree, can only be one. Yeah, no, I disagree. Friday Night original is way better. I forgot the name of Dracula Untold. You try. Tell me how much fun you have with it, Mateo. Oh, shit. All right. Well, let's move on to question number 4. Educate 50-50 and miss. Well, yeah, hey, you got a 1 in 4 shot, and a few people got that one right. That's it. So far, it seems to be the number one run that people got right. So that's good. But let's move on to question number 4. Another one, I think this is a layup. Any Phantasm fans, if you don't get this, I got shame on you. Which Phantasm was A. Michael Baldwin replaced? A, part 2, B, part 3, C, part 4, D, part 5. Which Phantasm was A. Michael Baldwin replaced? A, part 2, B, part 3, C, part 4, D, part 5. Which Phantasm did they not bring back A. Michael Baldwin? Texas has got a guess. He says A. Kal-El says D. Aiden Vavra says Phantasm part 2. Man's guessing Phantasm part 4. Undead of Night guesses 4. Sean Blue guesses 4. John Steele guesses 4. A lot of people guessing 4. Hey, Kal-El, C, C, C. A lot of people saying C. Any other guesses? Any other guesses? Bueller. Anybody? Well, I won't keep you in any more suspense because good buddy Texas, he got it right. Texas got it right first. Yes, it is Phantasm Part 2 because they changed companies. I believe, was it MGM or was it Universal? It was either, I think it was MGM or Universal that bought the rights to Phantasm, and they didn't like him as an actor, so they decided to replace him, and they brought in this new kid. That's the only Phantasm that A. Michael Baldwin is not in as part 2. So Aiden also got it right, but Texas got it right first. Let's see. Can't vote, only seen the first Phantasm. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, with the question, you got to see all the sequels there. Love Phantasm. Never seen any of them. LOL, fuck it up, Chris. No worries, my friends. So, okay, if you're keeping score at home, no one has gotten more than one right. So this is a lot of fun. Aiden and Texas were the only two to get that one right, but Texas got it first. So Texas goes over there, and we will move on to question number 5. No more multiple choice on this one. This one's going to be really tough. Any Twilight Zone fans out there, this one's for you. Which season of the Twilight Zone had the greatest number of episodes? There were 5 seasons of the original Twilight Zone. Which season had the greatest number of episodes? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one do you guessing? King Gore is in the house. Hey, Zaddy is here. What's going on, good brother? Yo, King Gore. Hey, yo, Gore. Always good to see Corey. Mateo guesses part 3. Season 3. Mersey says 3. Undead Knight says 3. Kal-El says 3. John Steele says 3. Mayan goes 2. James Abernathy says 4. Texas says 3. Sean Blue says 2. Aid says 3. Any other guesses? A lot of people are on the 3 bandwagon. Miss Carter says part 2. Anybody? Anybody else? Any last minute guesses? I'll give you 7 seconds. Close your eyes and count to 7. When you wake up, you'll be in heaven. Chucky. All right, yeah, Mateo got it right first. Mateo gets the second point. Mateo's back in front, as it was, yes, season 3 of The Twilight Zone had no less than 37 episodes. Holy moly. Season 1 had 36 and season 5 had 36, but season 3, the only season with 37 episodes. So very fun. Very excited for you, Mateo. You're back in front, my friend. Mikey's Morgue is here. Nacho, what's up, good brother? How are you? Hope all is well. AJ's Happy Fun Time channel's here. Ahoy, ahoy. These questions are really good. They got me thinking. thinking, hell yeah, man, that's what it's supposed to be doing. And I know, if I know anything, Aiden Vavra is not out of this race, man. He is a smart son of a bitch. He knows his horror, and he may just be the dark horse in this thing because he hasn't got one right yet. Well, he's gotten questions right yet, but not first. So Rod Sterling was my backup answer. Well, hey, that's not a bad guess. Sup, Mikey? Sup, Mikey? Hey, Sean. Okay, so Mateo goes back in front here as we move on to question number 6. Another multiple choice question. This one's tough. Which one of these titles is not a part of the original 72 video nasties? A, Maniac. B, Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. C, Cannibal Apocalypse. C, Cannibal Apocalypse. D, I Miss You, Hugs and Kisses. Let me read that one more time because I fucked up one of the choices. Question number 6. Which one of these titles is not part of the original 72 video nasties? A, Maniac. B, Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. C, Cannibal Apocalypse. D, I Miss You, Hugs and Kisses. Yes. What do we got over here? A couple of haters. Oh, shit. I fucking missed comments. Hold on. We were here, and I think we were here. Okay. AJ guesses A. Callow goes B. James says Maniac. Mateo says Maniac. Miss C goes Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. Undead of Night goes C, which was Cannibal Apocalypse, which was directed by Antonio Margarete. That was directed by him. Aiden goes D, I Miss You, Hugs and Kisses. Chris C says B. John Steele says B. Maniac. Corey goes I Miss You, Hugs and Kisses. Sean Blue says A. Mayan says A. We got a D. Love Butcher Baker. Love Butcher Baker too. I think it's a great, great movie. And unfortunately for anyone who guessed D, unfortunately, anyone who gets B, Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker is a video nasty, as is I Miss You, Hugs and Kisses, as is Cannibal Apocalypse. The answer, my friends, was gotten by Mr. A.J. Zetro, my friend. He's on the board. It was Maniac. Yeah, I know. That's probably shocking to everybody because if there's any movie that deserves to be on the nasties list, it's Maniac, and it's not a nasty. Maniac was not a nasty, original nasty. I know it's shocking, but the other 3 were. Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker is a great, great underrated nasty. Cannibal Apocalypse, very fun cannibal film, very action-packed. And then I Miss You, Hugs and Kisses is the biggest oddball on the nasties list. It's basically like a courtroom drama movie that's like bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. Right? Yeah, I know. It's not rigged. It's not rigged. That's a tough question. These are tough. This is made by yours truly. These are not going to be no fucking layups. Who played Frankenstein's monster? You're not going to get any of that shit with me. It's just boring. Like so why? So you all can feel smart? Like you already are smart. You get these. You're going to feel like a fucking champion. Yes, Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker is a nasty. That is the truth, man. No, a bunch of dramatic no's. But we're going to move on as AJ Zetro's on the board. This one should be easier too. Which company produced then shelved the Halloween season midnight movie classic, House of a Thousand Corpses? And this is a 2-part question. Which company then bought the rights 3 years later? So it's 2 companies you've got to guess. Which company produced then shelved the Halloween season midnight movie classic, House of a Thousand Corpses? Which company then bought the rights 3 years later? So we got a 2-part question here. You got to name the 2 companies, the company that produced it and shelved it, the company that would go on to release it 3 years later in the year 2003. Film was shot and made in late 99, early 2000, supposed to come out in 2000, doesn't come out till 2003 because this particular company shelved it. And then, of course, this company comes along and buys it and put it out. So let's see what you all have to say. Smarter than the average bear. Hey, boo-boo. Absolutely. Delirium is a good nasty that Nacho doesn't like. Delirium is a piece of shit, buddy. Universal/Lionsgate. Universal and Lionsgate. Sheesh, I don't know. No idea. Beware, Lionsgates. Okay. Okay. Any other guesses? Lionsgate, Universal. Okay, Mateo flipped them. That's fine. We'd accept that. Any other guesses? Universal, MGM. Okay, interesting. Any other guesses? Stumped, no worries. Universal, Lionsgate. Okay, I won't give you any more suspense because most people that are guessing it got it right. It was Universal that produced the movie, and then they didn't like it. They put it on the shelf. 3 years later, Lionsgate brought the rights and released the movie. So, Brian White, you're on the board, my friend. You're on the board. I think Mateo still has 2. So I'm trying to keep track here. I think Mateo is still out in the lead with 2. So everybody, this is anybody's game. We got a lot more questions to go. I'm happy to have you all here tonight on Grande's Graveyard. This is going to be a lot of fun. So we're going into question number 8 now. So I hope you all are ready as Brian White gets on the board. Let's go into number 8. Another one. Everyone should fucking know this. What is being celebrated for the character Karen at the beginning of Alice, Sweet Alice? I'll ask it one more time. What is being celebrated for the character Karen at the beginning of Alice, Sweet Alice? And the character of Karen is played by none other than Miss Brooke Shields, one of my favorite American Jolly that there ever was. One of my favorite horror movies in the 1970s. I love Alice, Sweet Alice. What is being celebrated for the character Karen at the beginning of the movie? We've got, okay, birthday, communion, birthday, sweet 16. Shit, I'm sorry. That's fucking funny. It's fucking Brooke Shields' Sweet 16. No, it's not. I'm sorry to spoil. That's not the Sweet 16. I just love that guess. Kal-El, thank you for saving the planet. First communion, her 19th birthday. First communion. Okay, a lot of people guessing communion or birthday. Baptism. Alice, sweet baptism. That's fucking hysterical. LOL. Communion. Okay, anybody guesses? I'm sorry. Never seen. Oh man, Aiden, you would love that movie, man. Totally check that out. Chris's cocaine party. Whoops. Oh, I mean, I'm sure Brooke Shields has attended a cocaine party or two. Let's be honest. Damn, it is communion. Okay. Any other guesses? Let's see who got it first. I skipped too far. Hold on. Let me find the comment here. I think it was Mateo again. Yeah, I think it was Mateo again. Yeah, communion. Did anybody beat Mateo? Did I miss it? I think Mateo got it. Unless I thought AJ did it first, but yeah, no, it looks like it was Mateo Apandino. Mateo, you are out to a 3-1 lead against everybody. This is crazy. Alice, Sweet Alice is a must-see. Completely agree with that. Love it. Never seen it either. Highly recommend. It's not about baptism or birthday, but it is an all-time cult horror movie classic. So Mateo is the front runner right now. Who is going to dethrone this guy? Come on, guys. Let's get it. Let's get with it. Let's get the baptisms and birthdays out of the way. And let's move on to question number 9. What is unique about Death's design in Final Destination 2? What is unique about Death's design in Final Destination 2? What's unique about it? How is it different from the other movies? What is unique about Death's design in Final Destination Part 2? Mayan says, Mateo, it's bedtime. Oh, no. Well, Mateo's got a 3-1 lead against anyone else that's got one right so far. So, I mean, this is something else. This is something interesting here. Mateo's looking to get a free shirt sent to Canada, eh? Any guesses? What is unique? If you avoid it, it skips you. Okay. Anybody else have a guess here? But it always returns. Wink. Fair enough. Did I stump you on this? I thought this was a layup. Nobody seen Final Destination 2? What is unique about Death's design in Final Destination 2? Nobody? We have 2 guesses. Prequel? Okay. One of them is a prequel, but is it part 2? It gets you next year. I love these guesses. It gets you at your baptism. Can't remember. No worries. It's been forever since I've seen Final Destination 2. Since it's been a minute. Oh my God. Wow. I cannot believe this. No guesses. Nobody? Fucked if I know. Okay, fair enough. The birth of the baby messes up its design. This is great. Nobody has gotten it yet. No, I'm spoiler. Nobody's gotten it yet. Now to the point where whoever gets it first, I'll just give it to you. That's correct, man. You got it. It goes backwards. Mayan gets the point. She's on the board. Oh, she's back. She's fucking Mayan. It's been a hot minute since I rewatched Final Destination 2. No worries. Seems like a lot of people don't really rewatch that movie. Mayan got it right. It works backwards. Whoever died last in the visions dies first. So that's how it goes. Final Destination 2, Death's design works backwards. The only film of the 5 where that is the case. So, Mayan, you're on the board, sister. See, and you were telling me, I'm going to try. Cinderella is here on the board. Hey, how's it going? Ginger Ninja's here. What's up, brother? Really enjoyed Ginger Ninja's channel. He did an awesome Saw retrospective. Really enjoy his work. So Ginger Ninja, happy to have you in the house, and I hope that you're going to want to play some horror trivia with us all. Really a shame on me considering I have the box set. I'm shocked more people didn't get that. Shame, shame, shame. No worries, you got it. FD is a franchise. I need to throw that question away. Throw that question away. What is wrong with that question? I think that's a good question. I'm shocked. Final Destination is a big franchise. I'm shocked only one person got it. Okay. Question number 10. We're at the double digits now. In the French horror film Raw, the lead character is studying to become a what? I'll read it again. In the French horror film Raw, the lead character is studying to become what? What is she studying? What is she in college to study, buddy? Has anyone seen Raw? I hope we're familiar with Raw. I'm on Die Hard here, buddy. I'm not giving you no layups on this one. Let's see. Never seen Raw. Okay, no worries. Highly recommend it. Very good movie. Musician, anthropologist, pathology. Nope. Mortician. Nope. What exactly is the definition of an anthropologist? I don't want to screw you out of the anthro. I wrote something else, but if it's close, I could give it. Hunting and gathering societies. No, it's not that. It's not studying anthropology. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure I know the answer. It's just, let's see, mortician, veterinary, a veterinarian, you mean? Okay. Any other guesses? I have not seen Raw, but I've watched other films. Titan was a wild ass film. That's right. The woman in her car, buddy. Whatever the one is for Bones, Ella, forget what it's called. Okay. Anyone else? Any other guesses? A chef? Yeah, veterinarian. Well, Mayanne, I hate to tell you this, but she got 2 in a row right. Mayanne is on the board again. Mateo, look out. This woman is coming for you. There's no crack in Cinderella's slipper tonight, and she's riding home in the fucking pumpkin. Let's go, Mayanne is back. She's got 2. She's the first person since Mateo with 2. Man's going off here. Let's go. I love it. Veterinarian. That's right. She is a vegetarian, and to be initiated in this fraternity, they make her eat rabbit's guts. And then, of course, she becomes this rabid woman who decides to eat all this raw meat and fingers and limbs and things like that. She basically becomes a cannibal. It's a great, great French movie about the horrors of fitting in. And, will you betray yourself? The horrors of betraying yourself and the horrors of, blending colors in your life. It's a really, really wonderful movie. It's a great coming of age horror movie as Raw. I highly recommend that one if people have not seen it. Was going to say that, but didn't. Bummer. No worries, my friend. Hey, no wrong answers will be counted against you. You can guess as many times as you want. Let's see. Mateo get his weight up. Mayanne is guessing good right now. I hate trivia. I suck at it. No worries. Hey, we got more than half of the questions to go, so it's anybody's ball game. As we move on to number 11, which I think this is an easy one. What is the name of the neighbor in Fright Night that protects Jerry Dandridge? What is the name of the neighbor in Fright Night that protects Jerry Dandridge? What's his name? What's his goddamn name? He's a gargoyle. Anybody got a guess? Mateo went to bed. You scared him away. Never seen it on my watch list, buddy. Highly recommend it. I think you'd love it. Got it wrong because I like SmackDown more than Raw. You don't do it Monday Night Raw. You do it Friday Night SmackDown. Billy Cole, Billy, Randy. We got a Randu. Any other guesses? Got 2 Billies. We got a Randy. Any other guesses as to what the neighbor's name was in Fright Night that protected Jerry Dandridge? Ned Flanders. No, it was not Ned Flanders. Ned Flanders. That would be so. Howdy, neighbor. You thought you just skipped town on me. That would be something else. Let's see. Charlie, John, Cole. Aiden says Billy and then comments Cole a minute later. Chris the Slasher Dude. It was not Chris the Slasher Dude. Mike Hunt. Oh God, AJ, that's real fucking mature. Brian White, you were right though, my friend. You got your second one right, my friend. Billy Cole is the answer. Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, well, man, the 2 in a row. It ends there. Brian White, you're on the board with 2. So Brian's hot and ready now. He's got 2. Leanne's got 2. And Mateo still got 3. So let's keep it going here. Let's keep it hot. Mike Hawk. Oh, very funny, Mr. Zitro. I can see you giggling there with your little Chicago Bears jersey on. I can picture it now, eating your zesty cheese Doritos. Let's go on to number 12. This one's fucking hard. If you get this, you're a cinephile. If you get this without looking this up, I fucking love you. What is the name of the band that Mary Collingwood and Phyllis are going to see in the original Last House on the Left? What is the name of the band that Mary Collingwood and Phyllis are going to see in the original Last House on the Left? Anybody gets this without looking it up, I think you're fucking brilliant, because it's one of my top 5 favorite horror movies, and I didn't know it until I looked it up. So I was like, wow, this is like a great, hard question. Give me the name of the band. Anybody? Any guesses? Little Gory Corey. No, that's not the guess. Oh, I guess that you're talking about King Gore. Sorry. I'm guessing here. It's not Little Gory Corey. But we got a guess here. Emergency Movies Mansion says Bloodlust. And then he says Bloodlust again with exclamation point. Bloodlust. Bloodlust! LOL. Frogs. LOL. Now I remember. Okay. Anybody else? Any other guesses other than Bloodlust? Anybody? It's not frogs. Ribbit. But I do love that scene as well. Aqua, the dipshits. I'm screwed. This trivia is rigged. It's not. How is it rigged? Nobody's rigged. If Mateo had like 20 in a row right, I would say, yeah, it was rigged for Mateo. Nobody has more than 3. This has not been rigged for anybody. Any other guesses? Anybody? Give you 10 seconds. We'll count down by 2s. Any other guesses? No? Well, Mernsey, you're on the board, my friend. Bloodlust. See, I said I would, if you got this without looking it up, I would love you. It is Bloodlust. Mernsey is right. Mernsey's on the board. Mernsey's got one, baby. He wants a Grande's Graveyard free t-shirt, baby. I guess King Gore first and Little Gore Corey both. One's birthday. Okay. Man's just like, fuck it. I got 2. I could tie Mateo with any other one right. Wish it was the sick fucks. Well, it could have been the sick fucks. Well, they encountered the sick fucks instead. All right. Here's where we separate the fucking men from the fucking boys. Or I guess the girls from the ladies here. Or the ladies from the fucking women. I don't know. The next 3 questions are horror movie tagline trivia. So I'm going to say the tagline. You have to guess what horror movie the tagline is for. This is really hard. So if any of you get these right, I mean, this is going to be really tough. Let's start with the easiest one of the 3. I'm going to go out of order because I do think this is the easiest one of the 3. Which horror film is this the tagline for? A nice American family that didn't want to kill, but they didn't want to die. One more time. Which horror movie is this the tagline for? A nice American family that didn't want to kill, but they didn't want to die. Which horror movie was that the tagline for? Anybody have a guess? Anybody? I'm interested to try these. I don't know if I'm going to try these before or after the show because it's cookies and cream Twix. I'm in 2 chats. Oh, man's like, I'll win the t-shirt here. I'm going to chill in the other chat. Hills have eyes. Us. Hills have eyes. Hills have eyes. Hills have eyes. Aiden got it. Hills have eyes. Well, Sean Blue said it, so I guess it's the cat's out of the bag. Aiden Vavra, you're on the board, my friend. The Hills have eyes, a Craven classic. You're on the board, buddy. The Hills have thighs. Oh no, where is oh my god, who the fuck? I saw that years ago. It was one of those like Skinamax Showtime movies that would come on like 1 a.m. And I was like, The Hills Have Thighs. This is a real fucking movie, and it's like a fucking Jim Wynorski movie. The Hills Have Thighs, man. Fuck, that is a great guess. But it is The Hills Have Eyes. Gizmo, a little too late. Aiden, you're on the board, my friend. Aiden Vavra is cracked the scoreboard here. Man's laughing around. Gizmo, always good to see Gizmo. Those Twix blow. Bring back peanut butter. Did they get rid of the peanut butter? The Hills Have Thighs. The lucky ones die first. Hell yeah. Lucky ones died first. Them Hills got eyes. Hell yeah, man. Them Hills got thighs. Okay, Aiden Vavra, you're on the board. These next 2, unless you're a cinephile, I don't see you getting these. These are hard. Daddy's Gone A-Hunting is the tagline for what horror film? Daddy's Gone A-Hunting is the tagline for which horror film? Really tough. This is, if you get this, you're a real fan. Like, this is, I guess, maybe I should give a hint because this is so fucking hard. Let's see. AJ says The Forest. Anybody else have any other guesses? The Stepfather. Black Christmas. The Stepfather. Pet Sematary 2. It's not a bad guess. It's not that, but that is a fantastic guess because it makes sense. Stepfather. Anybody else? Got two stepfathers, one The Forest, one Black Christmas, one Pet Cemetery. Anybody else have a guess as to which tagline goes with the movie Daddy's Gone a Hunting? The Mutilator, aka Fall Break. I gotta love the Mutilator. The house that Jack built. Some cool channel name. Wishing you all a very happy Halloween. Keep up the amazing videos, John. Welcome, my friend. I don't know if I'm familiar with you, but thank you so much for that. I appreciate that so much. Happy Halloween to you too. There's a 60s film with that quote's name. That's right, but it's not. This is the tagline, not the name of the movie. The Forest. Okay, well, you know what? You guys are right, but AJ Zetro got it first. AJ Zetro, you got two, my friend. AJ's Happy Fun Time channel, The Forest. I think you have two, right? Am I not? I think you got two. If I'm miscounting, fucking tell me. But The Forest is the answer, my friend. The Forest was the movie Daddy's Gone a Hunting, a little obscure 80s slasher. That is a cool channel name. It is. The Forest, I remembered. That's right. Okay, so The Forest, yes, that is the answer. Mr. Zetro, I believe, is on the board with two now. So this is getting interesting here. As we move on to our next tagline trivia question, I got two more, actually. Okay, this one should be a little bit more easy. If this movie doesn't make your skin crawl, it's on too tight, is the tagline for which film? If this movie doesn't make your skin crawl, it's on too tight, is the tagline for which film? What do you got, guys? What do you got? You have 7. No, you don't. I'm cracking under pressure. I'm cursed. LOL, I can't even sit through The Forest. That's why I would never get that one right. Black Christmas, Suspiria, Black Christmas. Sean Blues is like fucking Black Christmas. He's got everything. Black Christmas. Slither, Popcorn. Brian got it. Black Christmas. Yep, Brian got it. Brian is tied with Mateo. We've got 3 apiece over Mateo and Brian, guys. This is getting a lot of fun here. Slugs, Black Christmas, Black Christmas. Thank you all for playing. You guys are right, but Brian got it first. So, Brian White, you have tied Mateo. Mateo, what's happening, buddy? I think I saw a comment where you're saying you're cracking under the pressure. Oh, no. Yet my man had a 3-0 lead. They'll be choking like the Skankies do. Black Christ, Christmas, whatever. I know what you meant. But okay, next one here. We got one more horror tagline question here. Here's the next one. Inhuman Ecstasy Fulfilled is the tagline to which horror film? Inhuman Ecstasy Fulfilled is the tagline to which horror film? Inhuman Ecstasy Fulfilled. What do you guys got? Something lusty, something steamy, something body horror-y, something sexy and filled with ecstasy. What do you guys got? Which horror movie is Inhuman Ecstasy Fulfilled the tagline for? I'm usually good with taglines. Well, you got it right. He got it first. That's okay. Society, Extra. George says Carrie. No, not Carrie. That's a great movie, though. Welcome, Nancy. Hellraiser, Possession, From Beyond, Videodrome, Cat People. Oh, wow. We got tons of colorful guesses. Possession, Hellraiser 2. Anybody else? Any other guesses here? Rambone. Rambone? What? Is that a real movie? Are you kidding me? Rambone? Is that like the porn parody of Rambo? Hunger? Sean Blue guessed twice. Anybody else? We had a ton of guesses for this. Anybody else? I'll give you 5 seconds. All right. It was a guy by the name of John Steele who got it right. And John Steele, my friend, you are on the board. It is Possession. Mayan also got it right. That was your chance to tie them, Mayan. But instead, Mr. Steele steals the point. He's on the board, and we're moving on. Life Force, Calistar, Castellar, Daniel Garcia. Happy Fright Night. Welcome, Daniel. Hope all's well. Inseminoid. What? That is weird you say that. That is one of the ABCD questions coming up. That's one of the choices. It's a porn title for Rambo parody. Is it really? I didn't know that. I was thinking that one too, Terrence. Okay. Oh, LOL. It's all right. You still got a chance. But John Steele takes the point for now, and we will move on past horror tagline trivia, and we will move on to number 17. In Good Night, Mommy, what part of the mother's body is bandaged through the majority of the film? In Good Night, Mommy, what part of the mother's body is bandaged through the majority of the film? Which body part? Which body part was Mommy bandaging up in this classic Austrian horror film? Brian White says face. Mayanne says face. Any other guesses? Face, face, hand. She was smacking the shit out of her kid, so she fucking put face. But she was covering up. She's covering up her ass. But her fanny, her head, face. All right, well, mouth, face, too late. Well, you're right. It was face, and Brian White has taken the lead at 4-3-3, and a bunch of other people have won. So Brian White goes ahead. Eyes, nope, eyes were not covered. It was just the face. The twins, the boobs, LOL, y'all are fast. Well, hey man, you gotta be quick here. You gotta be a keyboard warrior. As Brian White moves over, as we'll go to our next question. All right. In the Lodge, what is the religious song Riley Keough sings to the children as the film winds to a close? In the Lodge, what is the religious song Riley Keough sings to the children as the film winds to a close? What's the religious song that Miss Riley Keough sings? Aside from showing her voluptuous boobs in the movie. That's to me one of the best modern horror movies is The Lodge. I love that fucking movie. I wish I was quicker. Amazing Grace. I know Tom loved The Lodge. Down by the Bay. No, not Down by the Bay. Kumbaya. My Lord, Kumbaya. That would have worked for Friday the 13th in the original. I think they're singing Kumbaya at the beginning. Nearer My God, says Mr. Steele. Apparently, some people really need a new shirt, Miss Carter. Yeah, I guess so. Any other guesses? And a couple of guesses. Amazing Grace, come sit on my face. Nope. No guesses? I'm a Happy Camper. Jesus Loves Me. No. I wish it was I'm a Happy Camper. But Mr. Steele, you've got two, my friend. Nearer my God to thee. Yes. Aim Bever says hallelujah. That's right. That's what they're singing at the beginning of that. I stand corrected. So yes, no, Mr. Steele, you've got two, my friend. You've got two. We've got a few questions to go. This is getting intense. Right now, though, it looks like Brian White's in the lead with 4. Let's move to our next question. Question number 19. Which actor plays Jigsaw protege Mark Hoffman? Which actor plays the Jigsaw protege Mark Hoffman? What's the actor's name? Anybody? What's his name? What's the actor's name? I love this fucking guy. Big fan of him. Everybody hates his ass. I love him. I defended him last night on Juno. Juno did a post. Juno 2000, really good guy. And he posted, he was like, which one of these characters is the most underrated? And I was like, this guy. Let's see. Tobin Bell. Well, he is Jigsaw. This is I'm sorry, let me read the question. Which actor plays the Jigsaw protege, Mark Hoffman? This is the protege. Haven't gotten one shirt yet. We haven't one question yet. No. Costas Mandylor. Okay. Anybody else have any guesses of what the actor's name who plays Mark Hoffman? Anybody? I guess see a lot of people love Costas Mandylor. That's the thing. Costas Mandylor. Prob wrote that name wrong. That's okay. Spelling is not going to be held against you. Konstantin Murkos. Konstantin Murkos. That should be his fucking name. Konstantin Gottfried. Gilbert Gottfried. I'm Jigsaw's protege. I will lock you in this bathroom up for 24 hours, and if you can't find the key, you'll have to saw off your foot. TX, that is awesome. Yeah, Konstantin Murkos is fucking hysterical. But it was Costas Mandylor. Chris C, the slasher dude, my friend. Better late than never. You're on the board, my friend. Congratulations. Costas Mandylor was correct. I do think the spelling is wrong. I don't think anyone spelt it right. Get Costas and his white horse. Hell yeah. Thanks, John. Congratulations, man. Costas was Shin in the first of the North Star live action. Was he really? Okay, there you go. That's a one way to know it. All right. Final few questions here. Questions number 20 to 25. Here we go. Let's take it home. Which alien ripoff featured an orange-colored algae antagonist who by the end of the movie becomes a Jehovah's Witness? That you're not hearing that wrong. Which alien ripoff featured an orange-colored algae antagonist who is by the end of the movie a Jehovah's Witness? Is it A, the Star Crystal? Is it B, Contamination? Is it C, Inseminoid? Or is it D, the Final Terror? I'll read it again. This is a long, tough question here. Which alien ripoff featured an orange-colored algae antagonist who by the end of the movie becomes a Jehovah's Witness? A, the star crystal. B, contamination. C, inseminoid. D, the final terror. Nice impression of Gilbert Gottfried. Thank you. LOL. I don't know if that's my Gilbert impression or the fact that there is a horror movie ripoff of Alien where the antagonist is an orange algae creature that by the end becomes a fucking Jehovah's Witness. There's a spider leading. Shit. Hold on. I just killed a fucking spider. Sorry about that. Let's go. Aiden says the star crystal. Mateo and the undead of night go with choice C, which was inseminoid. Terry says A, which is the star crystal. AJ goes D, the final terror. Miss Carter says, say what? Yes, I'll explain. I'll explain when we get to the answer. D, which was the final terror. D, the final terror. The star crystal. Contamination. Rambo Rat for Life's rant on the Star Crystal is comedy gold. Okay, that pretty much gives it away. The plot. Yeah, no, that's true. Inseminoid, arachnophobia grande, should have ate the spider. I got candy here to eat, buddy. But it was, I believe, Aiden that got it right. Yes, it is the Star Crystal, where I will explain this movie to anyone who is not a fan of bad alien ripoffs like I am. Because this is a terrible movie. There's no reason you should go watch this, but the plot is hysterical. It is an alien ripoff where there's a bunch of people just on a ship, just like Alien. They get picked up one by one. They're all off screen. The alien itself is this orange algae creature that looks like it has two lazy eyes, and it kills all the people on the ship until it gets down to the final two. And then the algae, I think it contorts itself into the fucking computer system and finds God. It finds the Bible and becomes like a follower, disciple of God, and becomes a Jehovah's Witness and fucking has dinner with the two remaining survivors. And then instead of them getting off the ship, they give this escape pod to the fucking orange algae alien so it can go away. And there's a hysterically bad finale song sang by none other than fucking Daphne from Scooby-Doo. The crystal of a star. It is one of the worst alien ripoffs of all time, and it has to be remembered here. I want to do a show where it's just alien ripoffs, and that would be the show stealer, because it is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life, but it's absolutely fucking hysterical that somebody was like, you know, we're going to rip off Alien, and at the end, the alien finds God, and we give it an escape pod. But I swear to God, that is the case. What the fuck? I swear to God. Look it up. You don't believe me? Look it up. That's insane. Yeah, it is insane. And I'm back. Bloody work meetings. No worries, my friend. That was my first Rambo Rat for Life video. The Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, thumbs up or down for you? Well, I'll be lying to you if I say I watch them a lot. I mean, they're funny, but I don't love them. I don't love it at all. Need to see this stat. Yes, the Star Crystal. Go seek it out, my friend. There is a Blu-ray special edition from Kino Lorber out there. I cannot believe that we live in a world where there is not a Region 1 release of Mother of Tears on Blu-ray, but there is a fucking Blu-ray special edition of Creepshow 3, Lords of the Deep, and the Star Crystal. The 80s were a wild ass time. Dude, that movie is something else. That is really something else. But Aiden, you're right. I believe that's number 2 for you. So Aiden Vavra is back on the board. I think it's 2 or 3. And Brian is still ahead with 4. So let's move on to question number 21. This is the blackjack question. Name an actor that has been killed by both an alien and predator. Name an actor that has been killed by both an alien and predator. What do we got, guys? What do we got? I used to love The Return of the Killer Tomatoes. Hell yeah, Mother of Tears for Life. Hell yeah, absolutely. Any guesses? Name the actor that has been killed by an alien or a predator. I'm sorry, alien and a predator. We need a better release of Mother of Tears. Yes, we do. Brian White says Bill Paxton. James Abernathy, Pax. Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton. Anybody else? Brian got it. Brian did get it. Yeah, Brian goes up with 5. It's going to be tough to get him, guys. I don't think anyone else has more than 3. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Lance Henriksen also would have been accepted, but nobody said it. We could give Merdsey like a side point for that. We definitely could. We could, because nobody else said. You said Lance first. Brian gets the point, though. Let's see. Jesse the Body Ventura. No. Lance Henriksen. Yeah, it's Paxton. Fuck. But Lance Henriksen's right, too. I said name an actor. It didn't have to be just one. So I'll tell you what. I'll give you both a point. Brian gets the point for Paxton because he said Paxton first. You get the point for Henriksen because you said Henriksen first. So those were the two that I had in mind. So those both been killed by an alien and a predator. So Mernsey, that gets you to 2. Brian, that gets you to 5 with like 4. Four questions to go. So anybody want to catch Brian, now's your time to do it. Otherwise, I think he's got it. Number 22. The House of the Devil is set in which decade? I hate this fucking movie. But The House of the Devil is set in which decade? Anybody? Anybody got a guess? Anybody got a guess? I said Pax for short. It was obvious. Yeah, no. I know. He did. I think Brian did get you first, though. Let's see. Yeah, his was first. It was he said Paxton, then you said Pax. But no worries. I knew what you meant. Oh shit. Hold on. The comments went past me when I scrolled up. Let's see. 70s. Okay. 80s. 80s. 70s. 50s. 70s. 80s. 80s. 82. 80s, 70s. Okay, we got quite a few guesses here, but this guy does the Tuesday trivias. He got it first. Alpha Romero, 80s is correct, my friend. You are on the board, and Alpha Romero, can you run the gauntlet at the end? Can you get? I missed your comment. Wait, did you get it first? I'm sorry. Wait, did you get it first? I'm looking. I don't see it. Let's see, 70s. It says Alpha beat you. It says Alpha was before you. Am I seeing it wrong? That's what it says on here. You missed my comment. Mine looked first on my chat. Sorry. No worries. No worries at all. Listen, I'll review the video footage. I'm looking at it on how I see it here, so I don't want to screw anybody out of point. Need to hear why you don't like it. Oh God, I hate it with a burning passion. I also got one first before and you missed it. Did I really? Which one? Oh shit. I'm so sorry. Which fucking one, man? I'll review the footage at the end because you actually have a few. You have 2, so you get to 3 if I missed it. Okay, it's the other way around on my end, but it's not a big deal at all. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll give you the point too. I feel terrible. So okay, that one's gonna go to Sean Blue and Alpha because on mine it says Alpha did it first here, but I don't know if you guys did it at the same time. Did it at the same time. So you guys both get a point. I apologize for that. So let's move on. So I'm sorry about that. The face one. I like a grande. I like House of the Devil. Cooper Bryan's here. Hey man, what's up, man? How are you? Hope all is well. Let's move on. Last 3 questions we got here. Who composed the music for the Amityville Horror? Who is the composer? Not a big deal. Just having fun. I'm throwing a yellow flag. Throw the red flag, the challenge flag. I think you got it first too. That's how it says on mine. But I trust Sean with my life, so I don't know. I'll give you both the point, no problem. Like I don't think anyone's catching. We only have 3 left, so I don't think unless Mateo runs the table here. I just watched it the other week. Thought it was pretty good. It's all good, man. No worries. I'm having more fun just seeing the fast guesses. Oh, absolutely. No, absolutely. I don't want to screw anybody over. I'm saying it how I see it. Sheffrin, Enio. Hands up for a grande rant. No rants at all. Lalo S. Jerry Goldsmith. Jay Chataway. Oh, he did the music for Maniac. LO, just give it to Alpha. Mozart, Ennio Morricone. Okay. I'm going to double check the comments. Make sure I didn't fuck this up. Lalo Schifrin. Let's see. All right, on my end, we got brother Tom getting on the board here. The Undead of Night. Dr. Anton Fibes, the abominable Dr. Fibes. That's not it. No, it was Lalo Schifrin. Brother Tom got it right here. So Tom, I believe that gets Tom on the board. So Tom, you're on the board, my friend. Good for you. As we've got 2 more questions to go. Let's move on here. All right, guys. If we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, I'm not catching you, Sean. No worries, guys. It's all in good fun. Absolutely. Satan. No, Rusty is here. Russ, welcome, man. Hope all is well with you. We got 2 more trivia questions. I hope you'll join us. All right. What was the name of the sequel to Ringu that was quickly retconned following negative reviews upon its release? What is the name of the sequel to Ringu that was quickly retconned following negative reviews upon its initial release? What was the name of the sequel to Ringu? I'll give you a hint. It's not Ringu 2. That's the canon sequel. What's the sequel that got retconned? Everybody forgot about, everybody hates, even though I don't think it's that bad of a movie. It's one of those movies where the story I like, but the movie, I don't know, like the filmmaking part of it's kind of rough. LOL, I don't have any points, Alpha, so everyone is catching me. But no worries. You got a point. I give you a point for the other one. If it says that on your end, I believe you. Ringu 2, Spiral. Holy shit, the comments are coming in too quick. Spiral, Ringu 2, LOL, Spiral, The Ring. That's the remake, but no worries. Ringu 3, Bridezilla, Spiral, Rings, Spiral. Did anybody? Mayanne, my friend, you've got 3. Mayanne's got 3. She said Spiral first. Mayanne's got the point. Spiral, Lord of the Ringus. No, not Lord of the Ringus. Bridezilla, LL Alpha. Okay, let's move on to the final question. I get, you know what? Since what we got 2 people with 3, or 2 or 3 people with 3. Brian's got 5, so this is gonna be tough. This is the last one I had, though. I guess maybe if you guys want to do more, we could, but they'd have to be off the top of my head. But this is the last one I wrote for here. This is question 25. Ruggero Deodato directed Cannibal Holocaust in 1980. The same year, he directed which home invasion exploitation film? Cock Ringu. No, it wasn't Cock Ringu. Return of the Ringuing Dead. I'm back. Kal-El's back. He just had to save Lois Lane for a little bit. Any guesses? I'll read it one more time. Ruggero Deodato directed Cannibal Holocaust in 1980. The same year, he directed what exploitation film? Anybody? Same year. Great movie. Fantastic movie. It is a video nasty. AJ says House on the Edge of the Park. Mergy says House on the Edge of the Park. Spiral. Ain't that the piece of crap Saw fan thing? No, that's that was the one with Chris Rock was called Spiral as well, but Roz and Spiral was the original sequel to Ringu. Kal-El, House on the Edge of the Park. AJ got it. AJ did get it. House on the Edge of the Park. Nancy says Home Alone. Not Home Alone, but that's a good guess. That's like it's like the X-rated version of Home Alone, basically. Empire Strikes Back. House on the Edge, too late. No worries. LOL, Brian. Yeah, that came out in 1980, so why not? But all right, that's 25 questions in the books, and your winner is Brian White. Brian White, everybody clap it up for Mr. White. Mr. White, when we reprint shirts, I believe you have an original Grandy's Graveyard shirt. Actually, I'm sure of it. So you get you get the new design for free, my friend. Congratulations. Everybody give Brian a round of applause. How about some freaking hands for Mayanne, who was telling me a couple days ago, oh, I don't know. She got 3 right. Her and Mateo tied for second. I don't know if anyone else got 3. Did anybody else got 3? If they did, I forget. And I'll review it. I'll make sure I go over it again to make sure that I didn't fuck anybody here. That was fun. Mayanne said she got one right before first, so I'll look to see if she got 4, if you really came in a clear second. Nice one. Congrats, Brian. Thanks. Congratulations. Fun trivia. I know. Very, very fun trivia. It was a lot of fun to make. Well done, all. Absolutely, guys. This was fun. Way to kick off the first hour of the Halloween Spooky Spooktacular special. Claps for Brian. Well done. Congratulations. Absolutely, man. Congratulations. Fun time, gang. Hell yeah. Thank you. Great performance to you all. Yeah, Mayanne put an effort in and did better than we thought. Dude, Mayanne, in my opinion, was the biggest surprise. She's just like, in reverse order. It's a fucking baptism. I loved it. I need a Grande shirt. No worries, Miss C. I'm going to reprint the original ones in December. I'll let you know about it, and we're going to do a new design, and Brian will be having the prototype of that, so that's really cool. More shallow questions next time. Mateo, you were out to a 3 lead. You had a 3-1 lead, my friend. I don't know. Did the Blue Jays, did that happen to you? Did the whole, them choking, did that happen to you? Vlad Guerrero getting picked off second base? Only. Man, did an awesome job. You all did an awesome job. This was a lot of fun. Yeah, it wasn't quick enough. Great show, really hard, but really fun. Well, no worries, my friend. This show continues. This show goes on as now, because this is Spooky Spooktacular, everybody. So this is a big, big fun show. So I hope you all will join us as we move on to our next thing here, as we're going to do a tier list. And let me share the screen. And what is the topic, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think the topic's going to be? This is horror movies of the 2010s. Yes, a horror movie of the 20. Of course, this fucking advertisement comes up here. Let me scroll down. I don't know how to get rid of this advertisement. I'll just scroll up. Yes, horror movies of the 2010s tier makers list. So we'll go through these movies one by one, and we will see what you all think. And we'll discuss these a little bit. So that should be a lot of fun. Solid questions. Thank you so much. Glad to see you got your short film on IMDb. I got the first review on it. I saw, Rusty. Thank you so much for reviewing it. That means the world to me. I saw it said Russell T. Moore. I'm like, Russell T. I'm like, I think I know Russell T. And I clicked and it was you. I was like, Russ, man, thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words in the review. Oh, fuck. Yeah, man, this is a fun show. We still have some scary stories to tell in the dark later, which is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do the tier maker list now, have some fun. If anybody has any questions or things you want to go over or anything like that, this is a fun, open show. You are the man. This is a great stream. Keep it up. Great work. Hellbound, thank you so much, brother. Hope all is well with you. Happy Halloween. But let's get into this. Let's start tier making in this son of a bitch. So let me go down here, and we're going to take a look, a ghoulie gander, at horror movies of the 2010s. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So first on the chopping block, it's Cabin in the Woods, which I don't know. What you sent me a pic on Instagram. What do we got, man? Let's take a ghoulie gander. Man sent me a picture of it. Oh, she took, okay. Man got the okay, look at this. So man did get it on there. It's his face. I'll tell you. All right, you know what? That would take Brian's score down to 4 and yours up to 4. So that is interesting. So I'll tell you what. After the show, I'll review the live chat. And if you tied, you both get a free shirt. How about that? And Hereditary rant could be ahead. Stay tuned. Oh, no. I've ranted enough on Hereditary. I'm a Hereditary hater. B, God tier. Okay, what do you guys think of Cabin in the Woods? What do you guys think? Oh, man, it's like, oh, I'm getting a free shirt. If I review it and it's right, you will. I will give you a free shirt if that's the case. I will look it over later. I'll once the live chat reloads, I'll make sure. And if that's the case, it was 4-4. So you would have tied. Anybody? Cabin in the Woods? Any thoughts on this one? For me, this is a movie I saw with my mother in the theater. This is still before John Grande was old enough to see R-rated movies, so I drug Mama Grande along to see it, and I absolutely fell in love with this thing from the first time I saw it. In my opinion, it is the second best horror movie that came out in the 2010s, behind another movie that we'll get into, I believe that's on this list here. Cabin's an A. I love Cabin in the Woods, so do I. Took me 3 watches to like it. Okay, what are the tier rank names? So it's just S, A, B through, it's just S through F. I am a huge fan of filmmaker Drew Goddard. The Cabin in the Woods and Bad Times at the El Royale are my favorite films of the 2010s. Like, Bad Times at the El Royale is my favorite movie in general of that decade. I love that. I think it's the most underrated movie in that decade. I love it. Haven't seen it. Russ says A. Read What the Tears Mean, Please. Read What the Tears Mean, Please. Okay, so basically it just goes alphabetically. So S means it's the cream of the crop, the best of the best. A is great, B is solid, C is average, D is bad, F is fucking terrible. So that's basically what they are. So let's move down. So much fun. I agree. I think it's a blast. It's like one of those movies where the finale is so fantastic. It's honestly, it's a lot like Waxwork. It's like a modern day version of Waxwork, where Waxwork's the movie where these kids go into the waxwork and all the displays come to life and attack them and stuff like that. And the end of Cabin in the Woods is very much similar to that. They spawn these elevators that come out with all these creepy crawly things, and they come out and freaking attack the antagonist and stuff. And people were placing bets on what will come out and get these kids in the woods. And they have to appease the gods, because the gods are in a lot of ways us. It's kind of a commentary on us as the horror movie viewer. It's a very deep film. Joss Whedon and Drew Goddard wrote it together. And in my opinion, it's one of the best of the best. I love the movie. Oh yeah, Cabin in the Woods was great. Super fresh when it came out. I love the movie. I think it's fantastic. It's like a combination of Truman Show and Waxwork. It's a great, great movie. Cabin in the Woods has a good start, but that CGI is painful once you have a million monsters all over the place. Yeah, that's true. The budget does hurt it. They needed more money for sure. Bad Times at the El Royale soundtrack. Love it, man. A little Deep Purple. So this one, it's an A. Okay, you look for an A. Title, Cabin in the Woods. Wasn't the biggest fan of Cabin, but no doubt it's an S tier. Okay, that's cool. So you're saying you didn't like it very much, but it seems like a majority of the community would lean that way. I have watched Cabin in the Woods 3 times in this month. Such a great film. Awesome. Old Gods, Cthulhu Mythos. Okay, never seen it. No worries. I'm going to keep it at an S, though. As we move on, let's see what else we got on this list. Texas Chainsaw 3D. Oh, Jesus. This is like the classic so bad it's kind of funny Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Like, it's it's one of those movies where everything in it is just so stupid. Like they have that whole mess up where it starts in the original movie, like the ending. There's a ton of other family members. They fast forward to 20 years later. Oh, I'm sorry. They fast forward to 40 years later, yet the girl who's a baby at the beginning is like 20, and she's related to Leatherface. And you have the whole "do your thing, cuz," and it's yes, somebody fucking mentioned it. Do your thing, cuz. It's stupid. It's one of those movies. It's so fucking stupid that it's kind of funny. Like it's kind of like you have to be in on the fucking joke with it. I don't know how to explain it, but it's very enjoyably bad. I have fun with it. I don't love it, but it's a movie I have fun with. Let's see. Ginger Ninja says F. Actually, D, double D. Piranha 3 double D. Texas is a D. What are the tiers again? S through F. S is the best. F is the worst. Texas Chainsaw 3D. Adam Marcus is such a shitty writer. Oh, I don't like him either. I don't like him at all. D, do not touch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. S to F, Cal. I like it. Okay. I'm going to say a D. I don't think it's an F. It's close. It's so dumb fun that you have to give it the pass, in my opinion, because it's really not taking itself seriously. Rusty goes with a C. Texas goes with more of a B. I'm more of a B because you said Texas. I got you. C plus. The Arlie Ermy one, I like that one. No, this is the Trey Songz one and Alexandra Daddario. Let's see. Slasher Fred is here. She was also in the Baywatch movie. That's right. Alexandra Daddario was in the Baywatch movie. So awesome thoughts on this one as we move on. Let's move on to the next movie here. The Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Oh my God. Well, I don't want to rant here, but this one is not moving from the F category. This is one of the biggest pieces of shit of all time. And I guess I'll give brief thoughts. You turned Freddy Krueger into a preschool gardener. You replaced him with Jackie Earl Haley. Yes, one of the Bad News Bears. You brought in Samuel Bayer Ass to direct this son of a bitch. You have the most uncharismatic, boring lead who is worse than the equivalent of a bump on a pickle in the lady who was also in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I can't think of her damn name. She's been nominated for Oscars. Rooney Mara is her name. She's been nominated for Academy Awards. I believe she's engaged to or married to Joaquin Phoenix, who's a hell of an actor in himself. I don't know what happened here, but her acting in this movie is horrible. This is the worst remake, in my opinion. It's up. It is definitely. It's this, The Fog. Man, there's a lot of bad remakes out there. This and The Fog come to mind as the worst too. There's definitely more. I'm just trying to think. I think that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 2003 is one of the worst, but a lot of people would argue with me on that. I would say Freddy, Chainsaw, and the Fog remake are the worst three remakes that there ever was. But if someone starts naming remakes, they might bring it out. But I think it's the biggest piece of shit. You have this subplot where Freddy was innocent. Freddy Krueger, the incarnation of evil, the literal cult icon of horror of the 1980s, and you have a subplot where is he innocent, is he not? It's like a 40-minute angle in your film, and spoiler alert, he's not innocent. Wow, I'm shocked. Horrible. If you're going to go there, go there. Why not? If it's a new vision, reinvent the character. Do it. And they didn't do it. They just lead you down that road. It's like, no, never mind. It's like you wasted everybody's time. Hate that movie. Hate it. It's my least favorite remake of all time. It's in the bottom 5 horror movies ever for me. I give it a C. John Steele says F. Ginger Ninja says F. Fail. Completely agree. Fucking F minus. I agree. F for fucking. F for fuck. F minus. F for Freddy. I agree. Nightmare remake is definitely an F. The story, in my opinion, is better, but F plus. All right, Kal-El's giving it a plus to take away one of the minuses. Still not the worst remake at all, but it's bad. I actually think it is the worst. He was great in Watchmen. He was. I think that's why he got the part, because that was 2009. This was 2010. And I think at the time, I don't think he's the biggest problem. I think the bad CG is the problem. I think the lack of imagination. You had dreams and you have no imagination in your fucking film. Like, where's the imagination? You had a budget. Why is there a boiler room in this movie? Was there a boiler room like that in the fucking preschool? What? Oh, Nancy, you were always my favorite. Doodly-doo. Get the fuck out of here. What a horrible fucking movie. 2003, Texas Chainsaw is the best. Oh, I hate that movie. Oh my God, I hate it. D, because I like Jackie Earl Haley. That's fair. Definitely a fun movie. Really? Leprechaun Origins is worse. Is that a remake, though? That's a prequel. Bad remakes, any Day of the Dead remakes. Day of the Dead '08 is bad. That's up there. Agreed, Cal. That is straight trash. I'd still watch it over Skin of a Stink, or Yit Follows. Would you watch it over Yit Follows? The voice is good though. Jackie Earle Haley is the worst part of the film. He tries. Is not the worst part of the film. I was going to say that. Yeah, I was going to say I don't think he's the worst part of the film. He did try. It's just I think you see a director that didn't want to do it, a lead actress that didn't want to be there, and she said she almost quit acting because of the film. Like, I mean, if that's not telling you it's a piece of shit, yet the movie has its fans. People defend the movie. I don't know why, but I think Nightmare on Elm Street remake is the bottom of the fucking barrel when it comes to bad horror remakes, and it may just be the worst movie on this list. I didn't take a look at this list beforehand, so let's run through some more of these. The Conjuring is going to be an easy S tier for me. Love this movie, in my opinion. Everything a modern day horror movie should be. I think James Wan's direction is simply sensational. I think he is horror's best current filmmaker. I love the guy. I mean, Saw, Dead Silence, Death Sentence, Insidious, the Conjuring films. Just love James Wan's style. I think the guy really gets it. He's old school. I loved Malignant. I just enjoy almost everything the guy does. I wish he would strictly do horror, but I know he's on the whole DC and Fast and Furious bandwagon now because those movies pay the bucks. Let's be honest. I mean, it's much better to probably do those movies for your career financially as it is to do a $1 million, Insidious movie, that's what it was. It's funny. Saw comes out and does great. Dead Silence and Death Sentence come out and bomb. Death Sentence came out the same day as Rob Zombie's Halloween, which it just had no chance to compete because you're not competing with an established entity on the day it kicks off, even though it was in August, which was weird. Then you have Insidious, which was made for like $1.5 million, and it made a ton of noise and a ton of money and scared the shit out of a bunch of people. And then he gets James Wan, the job to do The Conjuring, and I think he hit a home run. To me, it's such a great throwback to 70s haunted house movies that just really get under your skin. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga do a great job as the leads. Absolutely love The Conjuring. For me, that's going to be an easy S tier on this list. So let's go here. Ginger Ninja says A. The Undead of Night says, love the first Conjuring, as do I. Speaking of Watchmen, yeah, that's right. He is the best director as of the last 20 years, but Alvarez is next. Oh, not Fetty. Fetty Alvarez or Fetty Wap? The Conjuring is an easy S for me. Creepy ass film, and James Wan is the best horror filmmaker working today. I agree with all of that. I've never seen a James Wan film that I liked, honestly. Really? That's interesting, Alpha. Do tell. Why? What is like the disconnect? Don't like his style of direction? Do you not like Leigh Whannell as a writer? I know they're a team a lot of the time. Granted, this wasn't one of them times, but I'm very, very curious to hear that. Love him for doing a gritty new film like Death Sentence. I love that film. I do too. I think Death Sentence is the Death Wish remake that we should have got. Eli Roth, who I think stinks, and the Bruce Willis one, which I think stinks. I don't like that movie. S, completely agree. Watched Dead Silence for the first time last night. LO Malignant is F fucking fire, though. I like both those movies. Dead Silence, another good one for me, for him, and I love Insidious. The sequels, not so much. S, okay. It's funny, when we did the premiere for Down by the Bay, they gave me the theater for 3 hours. So I was like, all right, we're going to do a short film, but what should we do after? And I did a vote, and Dead Silence won the poll. We watched Dead Silence in the theaters. So that was really cool. I like Dead Silence a lot. Beware the Stare of Mary Shaw. Love, love, love Dead Silence. And The Conjuring is an S for me. Here's one, though. You know what? I'm going to blow a lot of people's minds. Insidious Chapter 2, another James Wan film, and it's like a C- for me. I know, shocking. I actually believe this is James Wan's worst movie. And there's a reason for that. Now, these movies came out a month apart. I believe he was suffering at the time through horror burnout because he does Insidious in 2010. Then he goes into production on The Conjuring in late 2011, early 2012. Comes out the summer of 2013. Right as they wrap The Conjuring, the studio's like, we need you to do the sequel to Insidious. We need you to do the sequel to Insidious. And rushed him into doing the sequel. And I believe there's a lot of burnout in the film. The writing is bad. I really, 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 really don't like the over-explanation as to who the woman, behind the red door is. And it was really a man in drag. And they go the whole sleepaway camp route where the person's mother, wanted them to grow up as a boy. Is really odd, the direction the writing takes. The scare sequences work. The scare sequences are good in the film. That's the best thing of Insidious 2. But the movie itself, I don't care for. Patrick Wilson's heel almost the whole time. Don't care for it. The fucking writing is terrible. They over-explain shit. The direction's good, but it's just a lackluster sequel in my opinion, and it is James Wan's weakest film. I don't think it's because of him though. I do think it's because they rushed him, and I think sometimes when you try to rush too many good things, something can come out sour, and that's what I kind of see with Insidious 2. I never really liked it as much as most people. Let's go back to comments. Let's see. Russ says Conjuring's a C. Dead Silence is such a cool flick. I agree. Man goes B. John Steele says D. And now Insidious 2 equals B. I haven't seen them all, mind you, but the ones that I have, I just wasn't impressed. What would you say is his best film? The Conjuring. I would actually say The Conjuring is his best film. Insidious would be a close second. Saw would be a close third. Like I really like all of his movies. I think he's also a guy, he could have easily ridden the Saw train. And don't get me wrong, he did. I mean, he executive produced all of them. He's still making his money off Saw. But he could have done Saw 2 through 7 and directed all of them and wrote all of them, and he didn't want to do that. He did, okay, I'll do a creepy puppet film. All right, I'll do a revenge film in the wake of a death wish. Okay, I'll do a creepy haunted house movie in the Insidious movies and The Conjuring. Okay, I'll do something completely different that's like a mix of a giallo and a body horror Frank Henenlotter movie in Malignant. I love James Wan. I just think he's so unique and fresh. I don't see that with a lot of horror film directors now. I see a lot of rinse repeat. With James Wan, I see fresh every time. Horror burnout, never for me, not anyway. Well, yeah, no, I know what you mean. With the 2 Conjuring films, the first 2, I like them both. I do too. I like both the first 2. Insidious Chapter 2 is either a B- or a C. I like it, okay, but I would be lying if I said it was one of James Wan's best films ever. It's, I think, easily his weakest film. I even think deep down he'd say it. Insidious 2 is a B-. I don't like any of the Insidious movies. I love the first one. After that, yeah, I definitely know what you mean. I still haven't seen part 5. I've still been meaning to see part 5, which Patrick Wilson directed. Billy Bob Terrence is in the house. Shout out to The Conjuring. Love The Conjuring. Easy S for me. He is fresh. Totally agree. I haven't seen Insidious, but I didn't care for Saw or The Conjuring. Well, yeah, maybe you won't like it then. I don't know. I think if you don't like The Conjuring, I don't know. I think Insidious and The Conjuring are 2 very good haunted house movies, even though Insidious is technically, it's not the house that's haunted, it's your son. But, I digress. Insidious 2, I don't really like that much, but let's move on. Insidious 3, I won't spend long on this one. I actually like this one more than part 2. I would say it's like a B. I think it's a B+. I think it's good. Insidious 1, I'm going to say is an S. I really like Insidious 1. Let's go through these a little bit quicker here because we just talked about all these movies basically. Paranormal Activity movies. Let's see. The first one you got to give a D because at least it made noise. Then we're going to put them all in F because they all fucking suck and they're all the same movie over and over again. The fourth one has the Xbox fucking Kinect in it. So fuck that shit. So yeah, that is all the Paranormal Activity movies, easily ranked. Haven't seen them. F all of them. I fucking did. I love it. I fucking actually did it. I hate those movies. The only thing you can thank those movies for is that they fucking stopped the Saw train. The Saw train was chucking along. Saw 3, Saw 4, Saw 5. Fucking chugging along, and out of fucking nowhere, Paranormal Activity comes out, and they do that great marketing of the night vision of people in the theaters, like, oh god, popcorn and babies flying in the air, and all of a sudden, the Saw train stopped dead in its tracks, and the Paranormal Activity phrase came out. So I thank it for that. That's why I give the first film the pass. I still think that it's a piece of shit. Micah, and the fucking Ouija board setting on fire. And this fucking lady's door moving by an inch at 3 a.m. I hate all those movies. They're all fucking bad. I don't understand why there is a franchise. I think they are all horrendously, offensively fucking bad. I can't rewatch any of the Paranormal Activity films nowadays. Me neither. First one would be an A or a B for me, probably. It was original and pretty effective. Well, hey, man, that's cool. That's totally cool. Sorry for shitting on them. D for me, Paranormal Whacktivity. The original Paranormal Activity is like a Poltergeist meets the Blair Witch Project. See, the first time I saw Blair Witch Project, I didn't like it. I'll be fully honest. That's one of the few movies that I went from hating to loving. Like, I love it now. Like, I absolutely, when I first saw it, I was like, this is a bunch of nonsense. This is a bunch of like, you know what? I kicked that fucker in the river. And the fucking Cal Ripken breaks the all-time record. I won't live to see it. Tell me where you are, Josh. Tell me where you are. And fucking Heather, you're a fucking asshole. You're a fucking asshole. That's basically the fucking Blair Witch Project in a nutshell. I hated it the first time I saw it, but upon rewatching it again and again and again, every single time I watched it, I liked it more. And to me, what got me was the ending. Even the first time I watched it I was like, that is such a creepy, effective movie. I remember saying at the time, I wish it was in a better movie. Upon watching it again and again and again, the Blair Witch Project has become one of my favorite. I mean, it's just such a great horror movie, in my opinion. I love the movie. I watch it every October. I really do. I love the movie. So I don't know. Paranormal Activity just hasn't had those legs for me. I've watched it 3 times and I've kind of hated it all 3 times. I don't know what, maybe it's me. I don't know, but it seems like a few people agree. I like the first one, downhill from there. Yeah, like the second one with the fucking, the pool cleaner. And the third one where they're fucking kids. And let's get the people that directed Catfish to direct it. What the fuck? Oh my God. Oh, forget it. I hate those movies. Paranormal Activity 1, meh. I would agree. I think it's even worse. I like the Paranormal Activity franchise as a total grade, a found footage C+. Only saw the first one. That's all you really need to see. If Grande decides to watch Saw X, I almost guarantee that will be a Grande rant coming. I saw it. I actually saw Saw X. Didn't hate it, but I don't get the fucking overwhelming praise for it. I don't like. Why is it the only Saw movie that's rated fresh? Why is it like that? Everyone's like, "Oh, it's the greatest movie." I'm like, dude, that is not even close to being one of the better Saw movies. I thought it was okay, but great. I don't know. I didn't hate it though. Kin I liked quite a bit. It was a little bit different. I don't know, man. I hate them all. I can't lie to you. I don't like Blair Witch. I love Blair Witch. There you go. Back to back. I actually love Blair Witch too. Ben Grimm is in the house. Welcome, Ben Grimm. I think Ben Grimm, I remember, if I remember, you saw the uncut version, which I've been wanting to see for years, but I think you said it last year that it wasn't really worth the extra footage, if I remember right. Ben Grimm does all these awesome little like written reviews on his Instagram page. And he said that he saw like the uncut version. I would love to see that. Why is there not a Blu-ray special edition of fucking Blair Witch Project? Like, there's a Blu-ray special edition of The Star Crystal. Like, God damn it. I dislike Blair Witch 1 and 2. Sorry if I'm being negative. You're not being negative. We're being honest, brother. This is what's fun. Documentary on special features of Blair Witch was creepy. Oh, that's right. Beware. What was it? Beware the Blair Witch or something like that. I liked that too, where they were pretending that they really went missing. OG Blair Witch is very good. Blair Witch gets a B+ from me. It what happens when you give director money, sometimes like Evil Dead 2, you get something great. I like the Mexican one. Okay. The Blair Witch Project is just a film about 3 people slowly losing their minds. It's brilliant. Yeah, I really like it too. I really, really like the movie too. It's one of those, it's few that just really grew on me. Well, damn, color me shocked. I figured you would have a fit. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it either, though. I don't get the fucking praise at all. I really, really don't. I think people are just starved. I think that, like, when these new movies come out and people are like, it's the greatest movie I've seen in 20 years. I'm like, you're starved. Alba, do you agree with the theory that they just wanted to murder Heather? Oh, a lot of people think that. I don't think that at all. Yes, my local art house showed the uncut version. Just has a part where they explore another local legend. Okay, so that's it. That's the only other footage. Found footage is like my fave subgenre of horror, but like 75% of it's not good. That's even the 25% of it hits you in the right spot. The hip hop witch is better. I don't like Blair Witch. F. Well, this is actually on Paranormal Activity, but I kind of went down that Blair Witch hole. Found footage needs to be erased. Bear Wench is a good one. There you go. The Bar Wench Project. Agree Mateo needs something new. Love that one. The Scooby-Doo parody is great. They just got lost in the woods. Okay, yeah, no, I agree. I think that's the same thing. So yeah, let's move on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go down the paranormal. Let's run through these a little bit quicker. Let's run through some of these because there's a lot of these. I don't know if we're gonna get to all of them. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna get to all of them. Saw 3D, come on down. You're another F. Sinister, overrated. I think it has some creepy things in it. It's well directed, but the movie is almost too fucking bleak. I would say like a C. I don't like Sinister. Belko Experiment. Good idea. Poor execution. D. The Visit. F. VHS 2 is like an A. I really like VHS 2. The Conjuring 2 would be another A. I really like The Conjuring 2. Actually, probably an S. I like Conjuring 2 a lot. Annabelle, come on down. F. Halloween 2018, arguably the worst movie on here. F. Annabelle Creation. Wait a minute. Was this the prequel? The prequel was very good. The prequel was very well directed. The prequel will go in the B. A Quiet Place, overrated as fuck, made too much money. Fuck him. I can't remember his name. The Babadook, overrated as fuck. Actually, F. I hate the Babadook. Don't Breathe, average, like B minus. Get Out, average. Glass, didn't see it. Happy Death Day 2, didn't see it. Happy Death Day 1, didn't see it. Hereditary, F. Um, Hush, loved Hush. Hush is an A. Hush is a very, very good movie. That's Mike Flanagan's version of Halloween. Insidious, The Last Key, probably like a C plus, B minus. Shit Chapter 2, F. Yit Follows, S. My favorite horror movie of the 2010s, the best horror movie of the 2010s. Don't care whether the hate I get. I think it's A number one. The movie that makes me love horror movies. I love fucking It Follows. Yit Follows. Stephen King shit, F. Jigsaw, F. Lights Out. Let's say Lights Out is a solid B, even though it's not very memorable. Let's slow down. Let's go back to the comments because I'm sure people were like, "You motherfucker, you heard a hater." Let's see. Don't Breathe, B minus. What? Which one? Hereditary is a B for me. John Krasinski, also known as the Big Tuna. Yeah, fuck him. Happy Death Day is a B. 2 is A, triple F minus. Okay, I didn't see either Happy Death Day. Shit Follows, F minus. I like Yit Follows. I think that's pretty funny. Yit Follows is good. C. There was a 1998 movie called Hush that starred Jessica Lange. That's right. C. Let's see. Get Out, a you four-eyed pencil neck geek. Oh no! Don't tell me to get out on my own show. Rest in pepperonis. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I missed a lot of comments. Let's see. Oh shit. I'm sorry if I skip people. Hold on. Let me try to catch up here. I must have missed people. I'm sorry. I was go. Oz, you don't like the visit? Damn, it gets a C for me. Okay. F C A. David Gordon Green's horror films all deserve an F. Yes, they do. Yeah, no. So that's some controversial opinions. I think. Do you think we have enough in the F category? Okay, I gotta go. Get going. Fun stream. Everyone have a great weekend. Sean, thank you so much for joining, my friend. Hope you have a wonderful, happy weekend. Saw 3D was okay, a C minus. Okay, take care, Sean. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Let's see. I liked Sinister, even though it's not my favorite Scott Derrickson film. It would probably be a B for me. I like him. I just don't really like that particular movie. I don't know what it is about it. Just didn't do it for me like it did for most people. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But let's run through some more because I want to get through these and then do the scary stories to tell in the dark. We actually don't have crazy amount more. Let's see. Oculus, I think, is really good. I like Oculus. I'd say Oculus is a B plus. Ouija, Origin of Evil, another really well directed one that nobody had any faith in. I would say a B plus. Ouija 1 is like a D, very generic. The Purge, I don't remember. The Purge movies, I don't remember. Another Paranormal Activity movie, F. Pet Sematary remake is a D. Raw is going to be either an A or an S. Right now, we're going to say A. I like Raw a lot. I think Raw is a really, really good movie. Let's see. The Ritual, very good. Shockingly good. I don't mind David Bruckner. I think it's like a B. Scream 4, probably B minus in that range. Sinister 2, never saw it. Slender Man, not as bad as everyone said it was. It's like a D plus. Summer of '84 didn't see. Split I didn't see. Strangers Pray at Night, much better than the original. The original's an overrated piece of shit. I like the sequel better. I would say a solid B. Just a fun generic slasher movie with bright colors. The Nun, F. The Boy, holy shit, F. The Bye Bye Man, F. La Lorena, didn't see it. The Witch, love The Witch. That's going to be an S tier. Really enjoy The Witch. That's definitely one of the best ones. Unfriended, The Dark Web, didn't see it. Unfriended, the worst movie on this list, actually. I hate Unfriended. Us, better than Get Out, but it was a bunch of bullshit at the same time. Like a C. VHS, probably a B. And then let's see. Your Next is an F. So This is the tier list here. Let's go back to comments because I'm sorry, I'm fucking neglecting y'all. Let's see. A for Get Out. You can't even read my comment right. Jeez, I don't like Get Out. I don't like Get Out. The ending to Sinister is creepy. The home videos are very disturbing. See, the home videos worked. The rest of it, I didn't think worked at all. Pet Cemetery remake is a B minus for me. I liked it quite a bit. A, love Pray at Night, B plus. F, Lorena is an A minus. Okay, Witch is great. I agree. The Witch is great. B, B, F. The Dark Web is a C. Would you like? You would like a Grande, a bit of different concept. I think you have The Witch and Hereditary reverse. You hereditator. What do I have? What do I have? Okay, Hereditary at an F and The Witch at an S. So, okay, are you saying that you're a witch hater? Are you a witch hater, Brother Tom? Do tell me. I want to know. So obviously the 2010s has some failures, especially on this list, but there are some ones that aren't on the list that I would say I liked. But yeah, you have 2 full rows of F here. Like The Boy, oh my God, this terrible movie where they let William Brett Bell direct another movie. They let William Brett Bell direct another movie, and fucking, it's about this woman who goes to a fucking house, and there's a toy doll, and she's supposed to take care of him. And the twist at the end is there's like a fucking grown man in the walls, and it's fucking hysterical. And the kids' parents kill themselves via walking into water and just drowning. Like, it is horrible fucking movie. Like, oh my God. The Bye Bye Man 2 is terrible. Don't think it, don't say it. Don't fucking watch it. Unfriended is the worst horror movie of the 2010s, though. It is easily the worst horror movie of the 2010s. Mateo, you think you hate found footage movies? You've not seen Unfriended, my friend. It is horrible. It is about a haunted Skype chat, about a bunch of idiots that are talking a Skype chat, and they get picked off one by one. One of them decides to put his fucking hand into a fucking blender, and that's how he dies. One of them shoots himself. One of them tries to call the cops and gets killed. It is the biggest piece of monkey shit of all time. I hate Unfriended. I think it is the worst fucking movie of the horror movie of the 2010s. It is the worst. It's that Stephen King shit, Halloween 2018, the Elm Street remake. Those are all some of the worst. Best 3 of the S tier for you. Well, I already definitely have 2. The top 2 is the 2 I have. I would say It Follows is number 1. Cabin in the Woods would be number 2. And then I think The Conjuring would be number 3. I think these 3 are the best 3 horror movies you have of the 2010s decade. I like these 3 a lot as well. Really like Raw and Hush. I think they're great movies. I think anything in the B is definitely watchable. C is definitely watchable. Anything D or lower, though, I wouldn't even watch it. I wouldn't waste your time. Us is a B by the way, like it better than Get Out. I like it better than Get Out too. Probably worst decade thus far, the 2010s. Yeah, that's why I figured it would be a funny one. Good night all. Terry, welcome. I'll see you later, my friend. The Boy has a lyric version of the class. That's right. Sleepwalk. The Boy is a C plus, underrated horror for me. LMAO. Yeah, the haunted Skype chat fucking sucks. Happy Halloween, everyone. I love Grande Rants. Unfriended was before host, so I will give it that. I had fun with it, C minus. I saw it in the theaters and I walked out really mad. In fact, I believe if memory serves, I got so fucking mad I cut a promo in the parking lot. It was a rant in the parking lot, and like I had like I forget how bad it was. I was in high school still. This was one of the first movies I could see that was R-rated. It Follows was the first. This might have been PG-13 though, if memory serves. We went a whole group of us, and I was fucking pissed. I remember walking out of the theater being like, you motherfuckers. Like, I was, oh my God, it was bad. And years later, someone's like, rewatch it. I rewatched it and hated it still. You lost me at Get Out, but I still like you anyway, sort of. Thank you, Miss C. Happy Halloween, Terrence. Absolutely. I am very nice with my grades. Oh, dude, you're the man. No worries. Internet horror is whack all around. Cabin in the Woods, and It Follows my favorite horrors of the 2010s as well. Well, awesome. The only exception is Strangeland. Little D. Snyder. John Steele, you want to hear a crazy story before we move on from the tier list? D. Snyder. Fun fact. AJ Zetro, if he's here, he knows the story. This years ago, I was in the mall, and it was so long ago that it was right when the Baconator came out. I was a little kid. We used to spend our Fridays and Saturday nights in the mall. We were mall rats. And fucking, we would go to Wendy's, and I got the Baconator. It was one of the first times I ever ordered it. And it was a lot bigger than it is now, just saying. Ordered the Baconator and a giant orange soda. I'm walking to the fucking food court table where all our friends are sitting, and the fucking orange soda tips over all over this fucking elderly couple, like right next to them on their fucking shoes, their fucking Velcro shoes, all fucking over them. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I fucking get napkins. I help them clean up. They gave me a new orange soda. And the woman taps me and says, "Hey, just to let you know, we're Dee Snider's parents." And I was like, what the fuck the significance of that was, I don't know. Like don't fucking drop your orange soda on Dee Snider's mom and dad. I guess, I don't know. But it was Dee Snider's parents. And I thought they were fucking with me, but they were telling the truth. They were really Dee Snider's fucking parents. So if I ever meet Dee Snider, I would love to tell him this story of, hey, I one time spilled a bunch of orange Fanta on your mother. Like, I would love to tell him that story. I think they have both since passed on, which rest in pepperonis to the Snider family. But that is right. Yep, he's from our neighborhood, man. And his parents were eating at the same Wendy's I was, and I spilled a bunch of fucking orange soda on them. So that is a fun fact that I don't know why I decided to tell that story, but it's the truth. Host gets a B+, best pandemic horror I've seen, and I would put Sick on that list too. Okay, I guess they weren't going to take it. It's right. It is a true story, I swear to God. It is bizarre. Because I remember going back to my friend, I'm like, these fucking people just tell me they're fucking Dee Snider's parents. They're like, the guy from Strangeland? That's always what makes me think of that fucking movie. So it is what it is. But everybody, we're going to get into some scary stories to tell in the dark now. So I wanted to go and read some from more scary stories to tell in the dark. But in order to do this, we're going to have to kill the lights. So everybody, I don't know if, okay, for right off the bat, I have all three of these. I have all three stories. If anyone has ones in particular they want me to read, let me know, because we're going to read these for the next, I don't know, half hour or so, and then we'll call it a night probably. If you guys have any ones that you want to read, let me know. I'm going to probably I want to pick some from this book because I haven't read anybody from this. First name Karen. No. They were very nice. They were very, very nice. She just happened. She was like, my name. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's Karen Snyder. I don't know. I'm guessing you're referring to Karen's, like a female Karen. She was fine. She was absolutely fine. Clap your hands. All right. I have the first Scary Stories book. So do I. I had the first one, but I bought this box set the other day at the bookstore. And I was like, you know what? I never read them from the sequels. So I want to read the sequels on this show. So everybody, if you have any scary stories to tell in the dark books or stories that you want me to read, speak now or forever hold your peace. I'm going to kill the lights because we got to tell them in the dark. And this is the only way to celebrate Halloween, right? So I'll be back in a flash. Let me turn the light out. Whoa, it's getting spooky in this son of a bitch. All right, guys. Whoa, it's dark. It's too fucking dark. I can't even fucking see. All right, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. We're reading from More Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, Volume 2. Let's see. I'm going to have to use I'm going to brighten this up, the computer, so I can fucking see the stories. Let's see the glossary, and maybe we'll pick one. Let's see. We got hoo-has. Let's see. Scary Stories film, I did not like. I didn't either. They made a huge mistake not making it an anthology. Spooky. Hell yeah, spooky ghosts. Let's see. Something was wrong. One Sunday morning. The drum, the cat's paw, the bride. Let's read the bride. Let's do with the bride here. Actually, no, let's go with the wreck. We're going to go with the wreck first. Dan Giuliani is here. Dan, you ready for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark? We're reading More Stories to Tell in the Dark. Happy Halloween, everybody. Let's get this son of a bitch on the road as we read The Wreck. Yes, with the awesome illustrations by Stephen Gamble. Chris, behind you. Look out. Okay, let's do it. The Wreck. Fred and Janine went to the same high school, but they met for the first time at the Christmas dance. Fred had come by himself, and so had Janine. Soon, Fred decided that Janine was one of the nicest girls he had ever met. They danced together for most of the evening. At 11 o'clock, Janine said, "I have to leave now. Can you give me a ride home?" "Sure," he said. "I got to go home too. I accidentally drove my car into a tree on the way over here," Janine said. "I guess I wasn't paying any attention." Fred drove her to the head of Brady Road. It was in a neighborhood he didn't know very well. "Why don't you just drop me off here?" Janine said. "The road just up ahead is in really bad condition. I can walk from here." Fred stopped the car and held out some tinsel. "Have some," he said. "I got it at the dance." "Thank you," she said. "I'll put it in my hair." And she did it. "Would you like to go out sometime? Like to a movie or something?" Fred asked. "That would be fun," Janine said. After Fred drove off, he realized that he did not know Janine's last name or her telephone number. I'll go back, he thought. The road can't be that bad. He drove slowly but surely down Brady Road, through a thick woods, but there wasn't a sign of Janine. As he came around a curve, he saw the wreckage of a car ahead. It had crashed into a tree and had caught fire. Smoke was still rising from it. As Fred made his way to the car, he could see someone trapped inside, crushed against the steering wheel. It was Janine. In her hair was the Christmas tinsel he had given to her. Oh, yeah. Gotta love these scary stories to tell in the dark. Nightmare time only on the graveyard. Where's your Christmas tinsel? Department of Fear is here. Want to pop in and say hi to the chat. Happy Halloween. And yes, I mean Halloween. Happy Halloween to you, Mr. Department of Fear. Department of Fear is doing an awesome Halloween series franchise retrospective that has been awesome. So go check out his channel if you have not already. And we will get to picking another story here. Let's take a ghouly gander. I said we were going to read The Bride, so let me try to find where The Bride is. Let's see. Clickety clink. Here's The Bride. Okay. Let's read The Bride. The Bride. Yes. Sorry if it's not recepting it too well. Let's see. The Bride. The minister's daughter had just gotten married. After the wedding ceremony, there was a great feast with music and dancing and contests and games, even old children's games. When they got to playing hide and seek, the bride decided to hide in her grandmother's trunk up in the attic. They'll never find me in there, she thought. As she was climbing into the trunk, the lid came down and cracked on her hand, and she fell unconscious. Inside, the lid slammed shut and locked. Uh-oh. The bride's done and gone it now. She's locked herself inside the fucking coffin. No one will ever know how long she called for help or how hard she struggled to free herself from that tomb. Everyone in the village searched for her, and they looked almost everywhere, but no one thought of looking in that trunk. After a week, her brand new bride and groom, then all the others gave up looking for her. All hope was lost. Years later, a maid went up to the attic looking for something she needed. Maybe it's in this trunk, she thought. She opened it and screamed. There lay the missing bride in her wedding dress. But by then, she was only a skeleton. Yes, The Bride. Love it. Love these ones, man. Let's see. Only on the graveyard. Hey, Uncle Filthy. Good night, sweet Prince. Like me, 3:45 comes early. No worries, my friend. Thank you for joining. Prince, no worries. The Bride is based on an old urban legend. Night AJ. Okay, very cool. I like that one. I'm not as familiar with these, so forgive me. This is some of them I'm reading for the first time. The Window. That sounds interesting. Should we read The Window? I think The Window sounds interesting. I'm just taking a look. Cat's Paw. The Voice. That's a really, really short one. Oh, Susanna. The Man in the Middle. Let's go with The Man in the Middle. Why not? Let's try it. The Man in the Middle. It was almost midnight. Sally Truitt had just gotten on the subway train at 15th Street after visiting her mother. Don't worry, Sally had told her. The subway is safe. There's always a policeman on duty. But that night she didn't see one. Except for her, the subway car was completely empty. At 42nd Street, wow, I'll be on 42nd Street tomorrow night. That is so fucking weird. 3 tough-looking men got on. 2 of them were holding up the third, who looked drunk. His head rolled from side to side, and his legs refused to work. When they got him seated between them, his head came to rest on one of his shoulders. Sally thought he was staring at her. She buried her head in a book and tried not to notice. At 28th Street, one of the men stood up. Take it easy, Jim, he said to the middle man, and he got off. At 23rd Street, Jim's other friend stood up. You'll be fine, he said, and he got off. Now, the only ones left in the car were Jim and Sally. Just then, the train went around a sharp curve, and Jim pitched onto the floor at Sally's feet. When she looked down at him, she saw a trickle of blood on the side of his head, and just above, a bullet hole. Yes, the man in the middle was dead the whole time. Holy shit. The Bride could have been a great Fulci. Sure, it could have. Miss Carter. The Bride was crazy there. The Bride she outthought herself. That bitch decided to let me fucking win this game of hide and seek and ended up dying for it. So, I mean, that's kind of a funny story. I like that one. I like The Bride. So far, that was a pretty funny one. Let's see. Dude, how the hell are you reading in the dark? Dude, I've got the light of my laptop. It's hard to see. I'm not going to lie to you, but I got 4 eyes and a dream, my friend. Let's see. I'm trying to find, let's see. Ghost in the Mirror. That sounds interesting. The Curse. That sounds interesting. The Last Laugh. Let's go with this one. Let's go with The Church. Yes. Let's become a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses in this motherfucker. Okay. The Church. There was a fellow named Larry Berger who wasn't afraid of anybody alive, but anyone who was dead scared the wits out of him. One night, Larry was out driving in the country in his old Jeep when he got caught in a bad thunderstorm. The rain was coming down in sheets. Since his Jeep, turn the page here, sorry, didn't have the top to it, Larry started looking for a place to take shelter. But the first place he came to, he didn't even slow down. It was an old deserted cabin, probably as dry as a bone inside. But Larry knew for a fact that this was a haunted place, and he wasn't going to stay there. A few miles further, he came to an old abandoned church standing all alone in a field. It hadn't been used in years, and all the window glass was gone, but it still had sections of the roof intact. So Larry parked his Jeep and ran inside. It was as dark as could be in there. Larry groped around until he found a pew and sat down. It was nice and dry, just as he had thought it would be. And he stretched out his legs and made himself comfortable. Suddenly, there was a big flash of lightning, and Larry saw that he wasn't the only one in the church. There were people sitting in almost every pew now. They had all their heads bowed as if they were praying, and all of them were dressed in white. These must be ghosts sitting in their shrouds, Larry thought. They must have come from some graveyard to get dry. Grande's graveyard is where they came from, to be honest with you. Larry jumped up and ran down the aisle as fast as he could, right smack into one of the ghosts, and the ghost, he went, bah! Yes, the church. Gotta love these. I'm such a sucker for these. I'm sorry, I'm a nerd. I cannot help it. I just love these. Let's go back to the window. That's the one I skipped that looked the most interesting to me. Yeah, here we go. The window. And like I said, if anyone has ones they want me to read, I'll do another 20 minutes or so. The window. Margaret and her brothers, Paul and David, shared a small house on top of a hill just outside the village. It was so warm one summer's night that Margaret could not sleep. She sat up in her bed in the darkness of her room, watching the moon move across the sky. Suddenly, something caught her eye. That all rhymed. This rhymed too sweetly, I think. She saw two small green lights moving through the woods near the graveyard at the bottom of the hill. Another graveyard. Is it still Grande's graveyard? They looked like the eyes of some animal, but she could not make out what kind of a creature it was. Soon the creature left the woods and moved up the hill towards the house. For a few minutes, Margaret lost sight of it. Then she saw it coming across the lawn toward her window. It looked like something like a man, and yet it didn't at the same time. Margaret was terrified. She didn't want to run from her room, but the door was next to her window. She was afraid the creature would see her break in, and she was afraid the creature would see her and break in before she could escape. When the creature turned and moved in another direction, Margaret rushed to the door. But before she could open the door, it was back. Margaret found herself staring through the window at a shrunken face like that of a mummy. It was yellow, green eyes gleamed like a cat's eyes. She wanted to scream. She was so frightened that she could not make a sound. The creature broke the window glass, unlocked the window, and crawled inside. Margaret tried to flee, but the creature caught her. It twisted its long, bony fingers into her hair, pulled back her hair, and sank its teeth into her throat. Margaret screamed and fainted. When her brothers heard her piercing scream, they rushed into her room. But by the time they got into the door was unlocked, and the creature had fled. Margaret lay on the floor, bleeding, unconscious. While Paul tried to stop the bleeding, David chased the creature down the hill to the graveyard, but soon he had lost sight of it. The police thought it was the work of an escaped lunatic who was believed to be a vampire. When Margaret recovered, her brothers wanted to move to a safer place where it would be harder to break in, but Margaret refused. The creature would never come back. She was sure of that. But just in case, Paul and David began to keep loaded pistols in their rooms. One night, months later, Margaret was awakened by a scratching sound at the window. When she opened her eyes, there was the same shrunken face staring at her. That night, her brothers heard her cries in time. They chased the creature down the hill, and David shot it in the leg. But the creature managed to scramble over the graveyard wall and disappeared near into an old burial vault. The next day, Margaret and her brothers watched as the sexton of the churches opened the burial vault. Inside was a horrifying scene. Broken coffins, bones, rotting flesh were scattered all over the place. Only one coffin had not been disturbed. When the sexton opened it, there lay the creature with the shrunken face that had attacked Margaret. The telltale bullet was in its leg. That they did only one thing. They knew of to rid themselves of a vampire. Sexton built a roaring blaze outside the vault and fed the shrunken body to the flames. They watched the body burn until nothing remained but ashes. Ooh, very fun. Larry Bird. I thought the same thing. Never read any of these, so I'm really liking these. Great work, Roddy. Thank you so much. These are a lot of fun. You could tell us for the first time discovered Yiddies, or is that too hot for the graveyard? First time I discovered Yiddies. Like first time I saw boobs in movies? Is that what you're asking me? I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. What were the first Yits I saw in a movie? I have to come back to you on that. I don't remember. But let's read my favorite all time. This is from the first book. I actually know this one like the back of my hand, so I could read this one a little bit more animatedly. Let's read my favorite all time scary stories to tell in the dark story, and it is called "Wait Till Martin Comes." I see Slash Fred. One of my favorite stories is Aaron's Kelly. So we could read if that's in one of these three books. Let me know if that's in one of the three. Let me know. I'll read it. No problem. But I want to read my favorite one. This is my favorite scary story to tell in the dark of all time. This is Wait Till Martin Comes. My favorite. I could do voices for this because I know and love this story to death. An old man was out for a walk. When a storm came up, he looked for a place to take shelter. Soon he came to an old house. He ran up on the porch, knocked on the door, but nobody answered. By now, rain was pouring down, thunder was booming, and the lightning was flashing. So he tried the door. When he found it was unlocked, he went inside. Except for a pile of wooden boxes, the house was completely empty. He broke up some of the boxes and made a fire with them. Then he sat down in front of the fire and dried himself off. It was so warm and cozy that he fell asleep. When he woke up, a black cat was sitting near the fire. It stared at him for a while, then it purred. That's a nice cat, he thought, and then he dozed off again. When his eyes opened later, there was a second cat in the room, but this one was as big as a wolf. It looked at him very closely and it asked the simple question, "Shall we do it now?" "No," said the other cat. "Let's wait till Martin comes." I must be dreaming, thought the old man. He closed his eyes again. Then he took another look. But now there was a third cat in the room, and this one was as big as a tiger. It looked at the old man. It looked him over and it asked, "Shall we do it now?" "No," said the others. "Let's wait till Martin comes." The old man jumped up, jumped out the window, and started running down the street. "When Martin comes, you tell him I couldn't wait." Love that one. That's my absolute favorite scary stories to tell in the dark. It's just so much fun. Like, I don't know. To me, like the whole moral and mentality behind that is just so like you think it's going to get better, it just keeps getting worse. And you can only imagine how big and bad and evil Martin would be if we do get to see him in the story, but it never happens. I love that story. I think it's one of the best scary stories to tell in the dark. Aaron Kelly's Bones. Okay. Decided for yourself. I know it's kind of a loaded question. It might have been Linnea Quigley. It might have been fucking the lady from part 5. It might have been Debbie Sue Voorhees. That might have been the first Yiddies I saw. I don't remember. I really don't know. Did you know that there was Once a Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark audio tape? Of course, man. We used to listen to them when we were kids in school. We'd do the Halloween parties and they would play the audiobooks of these. But let me find Aaron Kelly's Bones for you. I don't know what book it's in. Let me see. Old Woman Skin and Bone. I don't think it's in the original book. Is it? If you know which book it's in, Flasher Fred, give me a heads up because I don't want to really have to go through 3 books here. Wait till Martin comes, the high beams, the babysitter, the white evening gown is fucking great. Let's check the second book again here. Read like one or two more. Hoo-ha's. Where's the? You said Aaron Kelly's Bones. Is that in the second book? Cat's Paw, The Bride. I'm gonna see. Sorry about that. Did that scare anybody? Let's see. Oh shit! Now I'm gonna be all fucking congested. I don't know. Where's the fucking Aaron Kelly's? I'm gonna have to Google it, buddy. I don't want to have to go through the whole glossary here. Aaron Kelly's Bones. Which scary story? Which book? Scary stories to tell in the dark. Is it in the first movie? It's in the first book. Oh, okay, it is in the first book. Okay, let me go back to the first book. I got it. Aaron Kelly. Okay, we got you. Let me find the fucking story. I'll know it by the picture. Let's see. I'm all fucking congested now. This is horrible. Aaron Kelly, where are you, brother? Bear with me, folks. Sorry. I'm just going through and trying to find it. The Wendigo. It would be in the fucking all the way at the end of the book. My fucking luck. Where the hell is it? There it is. All right. Aaron Kelly's Bones. We finally got there. Sorry about that. My first was Deaf, Deaf the girl from Just One of the Guys. Okay, very cool. All right. Aaron Kelly's Bones. This one is for Mr. Slasher Fred. If I could see it. Aaron Kelly was dead. They brought him the coffin and had a funeral and buried him. But that night, he got out of his coffin and he came home. His family was sitting around the fire where he walked in. He sat down next to the window and he said, "What's going on? You all act like someone's died. Who's dead?" His widow said, "You are." "I don't feel dead," he said. "I feel fine." "You don't look fine," his widow said. "You look dead. You'd better get back to the grave where you belong." "I'm not going back to the grave until I feel dead," he said. Since Aaron wouldn't go back, his widow couldn't collect his life insurance. His widow couldn't collect his life insurance. Without that, she couldn't pay for the coffin. And the undertaker said he would take it back. Aaron didn't care. He just sat by the fire, rocking in a chair, warming his hands and feet. But his joints were dry and his back was stiff. And every time he moved, he cracked and cracked. One night, the best fiddler in town came to the court, the widow. Since Aaron was dead, the fiddler wanted to marry her. The two of them sat on one side of the fire, and Aaron sat on the other, creaking and cracking. "How long do we have to put up with this dead corpse?" the widow said. "Something must be done," the fiddler said. "This isn't very jolly," Aaron said. "Let's dance." The fiddler got out his fiddle and began to play. Aaron stretched himself, shook himself, got up, took a step or two, and began to dance, with his old bones rattling, and his yellow teeth snapping, and his bald head wagging, and his arms flip-flopping around and around he went, with his long legs clicking and his knee bones knocking. He skipped and pranced around the room. How that dead man danced! But pretty soon a bone worked loose and he fell to the floor. "Look at that," said the fiddler. "Play faster," said the widow. The fiddler played faster. Creakety-crack, down the back, the dead man went hopping, and his dry bones kept dropping. This way, that, the pieces just kept popping. "Play, man, play," cried the widow. The fiddler fiddled and dead Aaron danced. Then Aaron fell apart, collapsed to a pile of bones, all except his bald head bone that grinned at the fiddler, cracked its teeth, and kept dancing. "Look at that," groaned the fiddler. "Play louder," cried the widow. "Ho, ho," said the head bone. "Ain't we having fun?" The fiddler couldn't stand it. "Widow," he said, "I'm going home," and never came back. The family gathered up Aaron's bones and put them back in the coffin. They mixed them up so he couldn't put them back together. After that, Aaron stayed in his grave, but his widow never did get remarried again. Aaron had seen to that. Love this story. Great pick, Slasher Fred. That is a fantastic story. Love, love, love that one. Has a little bit of humor, some rhyming, a lot of fun. Love scary stories to tell in the dark. Evil Connor's here right at the end. Evil Connor, welcome, my friend. I figure one more. Want to do one more and then a Twix bar to end it? I think that would be perfectly fine. Um, let's go with another one I know, though, from the original book, which I just fucking had in my hand. My goodness, this is one is like an existential crisis of an anxiety attack, and I like it. It reminds me of the Tales from the Dark Side episode with oh my god, what's his damn name? He's in Home Alone 2, Eddie Bracken. It's the episode. He's dead and he won't accept it. Christian Slater's in it. It's a really, really fun story. I really like that one too. But we'll read one more. We'll do one more for the road. We could even sing the Her song. You guys want to sing the Her song? We could do that. Want to do one more story and the Her song, or Her song to end it? I think we could do that. Let's read the guests. The guests. Let's check this one out. A young man and his wife were on a trip to visit his mother. Usually they arrived in time for supper, but they had gotten a late start and now it was getting dark. So they decided to look for a place to stay overnight and go on in the morning. Just off the road, they saw a small house in the woods. Maybe they rent rooms, the wife said. So they stopped by to ask. I skipped a page. Sorry. An elderly man and woman came to the door. They didn't rent rooms, they said, but they would be glad to have them stay overnight. As their guests, they had plenty of rooms, and they would enjoy the company. The old woman made coffee and brought out some cake, and the four of them talked for a while. Then the young couple were taken into their rooms. They again explained that they wanted to pay for this, but the old man said they would not accept any money at this time. The young couple got up early the next morning before their hosts had awakened, and on the table near the front door, they had left an envelope with some money in it for the room. They then went on to the next town and stopped at a restaurant to have breakfast. When they told the owner where they had stayed the previous night, he was shocked. That can't be, he said. That house burned down to the ground, and a man and a woman who lived in there died in the fire. The young couple could not believe it, so they went back to the house. Only now there was no house at all. They found a burned out shell. They stood staring at the ruins, trying to understand what had happened. Then the woman screamed in the rubble was a badly burned table, like the one they had seen by the front door. And on said table was the envelope they had left that morning. Yes, the guests. Really good one. Really like that one too. I like the little twist at the end there. But all right, we're going to sing the Her song and we're going to call it a happy Halloween, guys. So let me find the Her song. We've got it right here. If you know it, feel free to sing along. Absolutely love this. I sang this last year on the show, but to me, there's no song that embodies this season better than this. So I love to end these type of shows with a little bit of a song. Really like the stories. Reminds me of when I was in school and my teacher would read the class scary tales. Oh, dude, I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Hope all is well with you, Mr. Campbell. If people want me to go on, I will. It still seems like I have people in the house. It's funny. Last year when we did these, when I started reading these, it was like, it emptied. People were like, I'm not interested, which I totally understand. This is definitely a nerdy thing for me. But I don't know. To me, if it's a Halloween spooktacular, a little trivia, a little bit of tear making, a little bit of candy, a little bit of scary stories to tell in the dark. I just love doing these. So thank you all for those that are still here. I'm enjoying this. But we will wrap it here unless anybody wants me to go on. I mean, I don't think anybody does. But I will sing the Her song. If you know the words, sing along with me. Let's do it. The Hearse song. Don't you ever laugh as a hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in a big white sheet from your head down to your feet. They put you in a big black box. They cover you up with dirt and rocks, and all goes well for about a week. And then your coffin begins to leak, and the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. The worms play pinochle on your snout. They'll eat your eyes, they'll eat your nose, they'll eat the jelly between your toes. A big green worm with rolling eyes crawls in your stomach, then out your eyes. Your stomach turns a slimy green, and pus pours out like whipping cream. You spread it on a slice of bread, and that's what you eat when you're dead. The Hearst song. Yes, ladies and gents. Love that one. To me, so festive. Just love it. I'm enjoying it, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Grade, don't take any comments seriously. I was just mostly messing with you tonight. It's always a good time. Only on the graveyard. That, no, Missy, I know you mean it all. I know you're probably my biggest fan, and it's not lost on me. Love your voice. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Some people, I think Alpha was like, was that you, man? Is that you singing that fucking show? It's like, yeah, it was me at the end of the movie. So funny enough. Great show, different and fun. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Great times. Happy Halloween, everyone. Mateo, my friend, ciao to you and the family. Hope you guys have a wonderful, happy Halloween. If you guys are catching the replay, comment down below. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the show. Next week, it'll be a horror burnout episode where we dive into my top 10 Cartoon Network shows of all time. Yes, it's a horse of a different color. Should be a lot of fun. Always do horror burnout a week after October. But everyone have a safe, happy, healthy Halloween. Thank you so much for joining. It was so much fun. Voice of an angel, Fergie and Jesus, I hope. But thank you. I appreciate that. Happy Halloween. Bye, everybody. Guys, thank you so much. Sincerely from the bottom of my heart. For me and Pamela the Pumpkin, you will catch me next time. Only on the graveyard. Too sweet peace. Good night, everybody. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to you too, Tom. Cheers, guys. Good night.